All right. So, yeah. Is there anything, I guess Tyler gave a pretty brief overview of the last session, but is there anything else anybody wants to add specifically that maybe they think was important or was important for their character in the meeting? Because it was mostly the meeting you guys had been presented with, the concerns of your guilds and of the allied guilds to you currently, and you guys made
Yeah.
your decision on what to do.
Yeah, well, I guess we had that meeting. We kind of went over some big issues of the present guild, which was mainly our guilds, as well as the Azorius and the Boros.
Yep. Yep.
Um, we decided, yeah, that we'd go after the poisoning that seems to be connected to cruel rings.
Mhm.
Something we all felt we sort of had a stake in. And then the raids are happening mainly in Precinct 1, I believe it is, which is depicted currently on the map.
Yeah, the most recent one is in District 1, Precinct 1.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Precinct 1 specifically, which is that southeastern corner.
Yep, of District 1, yeah, correct.
Yeah, and the red circle is the Guild Mages Forum, which is sort of a significant site that is it's getting close to there. So we're sort of
Sorry. Let me be a little more clear. Um, the Guild Mages Forum is like a point on this map. So like that black point would be
okay.
it. And
Oh,
then
the
the
red
red,
is the waiting
like the
in the Guild.
area of Gruul
Okay,
Incursion and the area that's been destroyed.
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because
Should have
yeah,
been more
I
clear
knew
now.
it was getting close to the Guild Mages Forum, and that was the issue. But yeah, so basically
Well,
we're kind of somewhat suggested, I would assume, to look out for protecting that forum.
yeah, I mean that's one of the reasons I think that would be the more accurately to say that would be the reason that the raid is concerning in general.
Mm,
But for your purposes, there has been like I said, it's just because it is the most recent large raid that
right,
it's come to their attention.
right. And yeah, I think there were a few other significant sites that got
That it's come
toppled.
to their attention.
But yeah, that was pretty much the whole shebang. And then we did some preparation stuff where I was doing some reading on the clans, and Steve's character was learning how to make, trying to learn how to make poisons, but I think eventually learned how to make a healing. Oh, I think he was doing both. He was trying to learn how to make healing tinctures and poisons.
Yep,
Uh,
correct.
and yeah, I think he learned about heal well flowers, which grow in the area.
Yep,
He really learned about poisons, if I recall correctly, and made a poison of weakness. So
yep, correct.
yeah, I think that was it.
Okay. Yeah, that's very thorough and pretty much that has everything I wanted to say. Um, Let me just see over here. Okay, good. All right. So, if I recall correctly, you guys were planning on using using Anna's knowledge of the secret routes under the city to travel to the affected area.
Yep, that sounds familiar.
So she takes you on a variety of underground passages. Not mostly actually not sewers. A lot of natural cave systems and the occasional bridging, and then through the odd basement and you know notable and like the odd basement and occasionally out in the open ground along stream beds and things like that.
That's where a Kilby guy was.
Yeah, exactly. This is all. I'd say probably this is not the most like this isn't a commonly traveled path, but you like there are ways of getting to precinct 1, like generally speaking. So while we're doing that, go ahead, Anna, since this is your thing. Go ahead and make a. Let me see. What kind of check? A uh, hmm. Maybe just a perception check. Go ahead and make a perception check.
You perceive your doom.
Yeah. Okay. So, as a matter of fact, the signs in this area are quite clear. Given the way that you need to navigate, so a lot of it is intuitive and based on understandings of like local fauna and flora. And for whatever reason, it's coming very well easily to you today. You're spotting all of the secret signs and spots left by other members of your guild to aid in your navigation. So you're able to actually deeply penetrate the affected area, so to speak. Um, and a number of times as you guys are crossing through the raided territory, you cross you go cross paths with like gruel raiding bands who are usually hurling things on pyres, smashing buildings, the whole 9 yards. Normal gruel behavior, really. But due to Anna's ability to navigate, they don't ever notice you or really come close to you. There's a large hill in the middle of the area, and there's basically a storm drain that you guys are led through. And coming out on the other side, you're about in the center of the territory. You emerge from this storm drain onto a small plaza, and it immediately you guys were described of an area that is that was like this kind of the center of government for this area.
Mm.
Had an Orzhov Basilica and some Azorius law courts, and
Right.
this matches that description. There's actually there's this square has like a large fountain in it. Um, the buildings have been torched for the most part or are rubble. The cathedral is still standing, but a lot of the windows have been smashed, and one of the bell towers has collapsed. And the law courts are still like vaguely smoking. The fountain in the center pictures an Orzhov cleric and a Azorius clerk shaking hands. They've both been beheaded, and water is spurting out of the stump of their neck.
Ah!
All
Oh
right.
my god!
Excellent.
So yeah, I'll leave you guys. Oh wait, sorry, I forgot. I was gonna do a little something in the storm drain. Forget I said any of that. Um, I forgot about my own encounter that I was gonna give you guys. You hear like a munching and crunching sound about halfway through. What do you do?
A munching and crunching sound.
Yep.
I retreat to the back of the group and kind of peek over everyone's shoulder to see what they uncover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm
How
getting away
And,
about
from the sound.
as you approach, and you were you notice you can hear it, and it sounds to be a worm.
how big is the worm? Can we see it?
Pretty big. Um, you can't see it. You can hear it. It's kind of like the sound of it, like making like crunching and cracking, is echoing through the walls.
Oh no. Can I tell? Can we tell like what it's chewing on?
You can if you get close.
'Cause I want to know if this worm's a herbivore or not. Maybe it's chewing on a big piece of lettuce.
You can make an investigation check if you'd like, or
I would like to, please.
yeah, sure, go ahead. Looks like a body.
Ah, so it's a carnivore. Guys, stay back.
Actually,
I
that's
mean,
a good
I mean,
point,
I have
though.
a massive hunch it would be. I'm just an optimist and also an idiot.
Tough to tell in the dark exactly, what the body looks like or any distinguishing features on it, but it is definitely a human body.
It's
Or
the
a
Cronus
humanoid
worm.
body. A humanoid body, anyway.
Right. Chris, it's all right.
Mhm.
When we were taking those underground passages that we're going through with Anna, there's no like I don't know what I'm even looking for because I don't know how you can see poison in the soil. But we're not seeing any evidence of like anything off with the soil or like this worm, for example, doesn't seem like it's green. Like I don't know what we're looking for in terms of poisoning, but maybe Anna would have a better idea, but nothing to
Good question. What I will say is that you're not seeing much evidence of it as of yet.
Okay.
I've kind of just thrown you guys out into the middle of the area, and if you guys want to take readings, then I'll start giving you information about it. What I will say is there's
Yeah.
nothing obvious. There's nothing obvious. Nothing obvious strikes you, just your everyday perception
Okay.
of anything like that.
Okay.
If you want to examine the soil for that sort of thing, go ahead and ask. But I'm just starting
Yeah.
here, and it is mostly just flavor. You guys could be
Yep.
anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. Yeah.
I'm just saying, here you are. You're in place. Go ahead. Now you have
Right.
control.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, right now there's a worm nearby, snacking on a humanoid corpse.
Can we go around it?
Yeah, it should. Anna can lead you guys past it without any problems if you don't wish to
Not
disturb it.
And I don't want
if
to be
it's not
worm.
poisoned. If it's not poisoned or anything, I feel like we should just skirt around it.
Well, you don't know that.
Oh yeah.
You don't know if it's poisoned or not.
Yeah.
You again, if you want to find out, that's go for it. But
Go drive a sample stake through its body. Is it poison?
but if you guys just want to avoid it, obviously you can do that too. You can do whatever you'd like.
We're in the
So
destructed
you're-
area, right?
Yeah, you're in the destroyed area. You're quite near to the center. I was gonna do this at the beginning of the session actually, when I was, or not at the beginning, but a little earlier, but I forgot.
Yeah. What do you think, Anna? I mean, it's your call. I'd rather go around, but if you think we should analyze the worm, then
I want to avoid this for now.
Okay.
Kind of worm is it? Is it like like
All one.
no,
It's a
but like
spore worm.
a spore worm? Is that those are the ones that are from Enna's
Generally-
guild, right? Sort of.
Often, yes. The Gruul have some as well. But generally the ones that are kind of more replete with mushrooms are the Selesnya have some too. But they generally don't have the ones that grow fungus on them. This one does have fungus growing on it. It looks more like a Golgari worm than the other type. But again, they are some of them are just wild animals, right? So
yeah. Well, actually, Chris, I'm curious now. So, how big is this worm again?
about 15 feet long,
Okay,
and
that's pretty big.
a few feet wide. So it's big.
Okay. Because do they actually hunt humanoids, or are they more just like scavengers where they'll eat dead bodies?
They
But
generally don't hunt humans. No, they're not. They're
Okay.
not big. They're not big enough to Well, I mean, they could probably kill a child fairly easily, and an adult they could probably kill, but it would be difficult, and they tend to punch and kick and scratch and bite
Yeah.
and claw, and it's just usually more trouble than it's worth. So they'll usually just eat rotting or decomposing flesh. They have a specific taste for, being worms and all.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
can also if the needs arises, they can just burrow through the earth and ingest funguses and bugs and things
Right.
directly that way. But if they come upon so generally speaking, they won't attack unless they're provoked.
Hmm.
But if they come upon a corpse or something like that, they'll definitely eat it.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm wondering, if we can almost approach this and kind of examine it without any aggression.
Well, if you want to make an animal handling test, then
Yeah.
perhaps
You handle the giant worm.
Let me put it this. Yeah, I mean, if you want to know if you could do that, I guess you could make some kind of wisdom check. Probably would be what I would say.
Okay.
Not necessarily animal handling would be to actually do it, but to figure out how safe it would be to do that in the first place. I would say.
Sure. Let's go with
That
that.
would be. Yeah. Okay. So, Maybe that would be. I mean, I'm still tempted to do animal handling, but if you have like a better suggestion, go for it.
Nature.
Yeah, sure. Nature will do. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You're an int player,
Yeah.
so that would probably work better for you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's things I know. I know
Yeah,
the
int nature works. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so yeah, generally speaking, worms obviously are not, especially if they're wild. They don't like to be approached. Generally, they won't be aggressive. Um, especially if they're like well fed, if they've eaten well,
yeah.
they won't put up too much of a fuss. If they're very
Okay.
hungry, obviously that'll be a bit more of an issue, because
Okay.
they might fight to protect a kill or to protect.
Right.
Um, but generally speaking, and again, like these worms are accustomed. The ones that aren't wild tend to be accustomed to humans to a certain extent, so they're
Yeah.
able to be tamed or trained. Some of
Okay.
them, because they're so those, especially ones that have had contact with people before, are especially able usually to be cajoled or convinced to do things.
Okay. Interesting. Well, yeah. I'm just wondering, and I kind of turn to Anna and I say, "Do you think you can like approach this worm? I'm just wondering if we can get a closer look at it."
How close?
Like looking at it close.
I could attempt to stay very close to me. I'm gonna
Okay.
try to
Are you gonna try and sneak up on it?
sneak up on it just to the point where I could see its like back.
Sure.
Just
Go
see like
ahead.
its coloration of its skin, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Oh, not good, but not bad. Oh, pretty good.
Yeah. So I'll say you sneak up on the worm, and it's actually its natural color is green, and you notice it's actually been painted with red stripes along its whole length,
Oh no, it's a gruel worm, isn't it?
and it's munching on what appears to be an Orzhov cleric.
Hmm.
Wait, Orzhov in this place now?
Well, there was the cathedral there, right?
Yeah, you didn't know that yet, but yes.
Oh yeah.
But it doesn't matter. It's not important. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there, I did tell you that there were Orzhov and Azori's facilities in the area. So yeah,
Yeah.
looks to be an Orzhov cleric from your view.
I whispered to Azala and say, "We should probably get out of here."
Yeah. 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 And I agree. We should get out of there.
Yeah, and I start tiptoeing away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no problem. The worm is preoccupied with its meal, so
Okay.
it doesn't take much notice of you if
Okay.
it even knew you
Interesting.
were
The
there at
gruel
all.
seem to be taming worms.
Yeah, if there's a wild animal out there, some band of the Gruul is attempting to do something with it.
Okay. Interesting.
You name it, they're trying.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Hmm. I wonder if they're using the worms to poison somehow, but I'm not sure.
okay, so we'll go back to where we were before. The square that I described to you guys with the decapitated statue fountain. And yeah, you guys emerge from there, out there.
Okay. So we know there's worms in the area.
Mhm.
Well, I remember last time the buildings that were stressed to us were the cathedral and the law courts, but I guess they're all kind of in the one general area, right?
Yep, yeah. This is kind of like I said, like this is the center of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you said there's still kind of gruel in the area?
yep, there are raiding parties around.
Yeah.
There have been and continue to be.
I mean, we can look for I guess places that we think might have been poisoned somehow or might have just been like, kind of the central areas of the raid and then try and take soil samples from there.
Sure.
Sorry, something I wanted to ask last time, but I didn't ask Chris was, I know you'd mentioned that if we wanted to analyze the soil ourselves, it would be kind of a one-time use. But if we took it back to the Selesnian area, we could kind of just use them indefinitely.
Yeah.
Is that because they recharge them, or is that because they can analyze it without expending it somehow?
It's more because they can analyze it. Because they can analyze it without expending it, basically. If you just bring like soil samples back, then like you don't even need these things. Like those stakes are basically like you can use them to like find the poison spots, and then if you can bring a sample back, they can just analyze it directly, right?
Oh, okay.
It's like these are like you think of them like kind of like dowsing rods, right? Like if you like if they find the poison stuff, you don't need to take the stake and you take a sample with that. You can just dig,
Mhm. Okay.
But if you don't know where it is, obviously it's not
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of should have specified these are kind of like I said, these are kind of like sensors, and you can kind of stick them in the ground and they'll give you an idea of what you're looking for.
Okay, it'll be like hot or cold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
We've only got 3, so we've got baseline, colder or warmer, and then money shot. Okay, interesting.
Is it like hot or cold, or is there a bit of directionality to it?
I'll say that they have a little kind of like piece of tech that they've designed. So what it actually does is they kind of like they have like the spike kind of shoots out when you put it in the ground into different directions, which allows them to vaguely triangulate and test for minute differences in contaminants, and that can give you a vague sense of direction and a level of intensity which is fairly accurate, and a vague sense of where the direction might have been coming from.
Well, I guess we just take a sample from where we were standing.
Sure.
As baseline, not with the thing. We'll just take that back, and I guess there's 2. Yeah, I think Azalea said one of the things. Yeah, we could take with this spike, like the baseline somewhere where we think is more raiding, and then in the midst of the raid. I guess, and additionally, we could also just make like a giant triangle and then try to triangulate.
Mm-hmm.
But that'll require some knowledge of, I guess, how these streets and stuff are laid out.
Yeah, and we'd want to make sure that we are like on the outside of the source, right? Ideally,
Mm-hmm.
like one side, and we just all point. I guess we could still get a sort of a triangle then if we're far enough apart.
Mm-hmm.
We just go to the point. Okay.
Okay, well, if you want to stick one in the ground, then go ahead. If it's up to you guys, I can tell you what it says if you want to do it.
Yeah, and so just to clarify, this will expend a use of the tool.
Yeah, I think I gave you guys like I should have given you guys like 10 of them, right?
Oh, okay. I thought we had 3.
No, yeah, you got 10.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah. So.
I was like, man, we gotta be.
No, yeah, because I know you guys. You probably wanted to like triangulate them, so I was like, well, if that's the case, yeah, I should give them plenty. So if they want to do that, they can.
Okay. Okay, well in that case, we should almost. Do we have chalk or anything? I'm wondering if anything to like kind of mark out an area, because when we do it, we're gonna have to remember how it's directed, right? I mean, ideally we'd like all spread out, and then we'd all like simultaneously communicate direction to each other and triangulate that way. But that's gonna be like impossible. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm not thinking hard enough with magic.
Does someone have chalk? Like, I mean,
We have all these spell preparation things, but none of us just has straight up chalk.
it's you can put it in your bag. You can buy it from stores.
Well, wait,
Yeah, I have an
what are we
ink
chalking
pen.
again?
I have a bag of sand,
Why was you sand?
but I don't think I have a lot of sand.
Wait, how big does it need to be?
What?
Like the area we're chalking.
Not much. I assume he just wants to mark like an arrow or something like
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Yeah, we
Oh.
just need to make like
I grab like a random like seed off the ground, or like it's a random flower, and I just
Oh,
make it like a pink flower.
how about we make this easier? How about I just pluck off one of my fingers and we can just use the blood from that to mark the floor?
I don't want to do that.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah, I'm just gonna create a very
wrong with this
bright
plan?
flower where we've been, something that looks out of place in this whole environment.
What I will, Tyler, I like your creativity. What I will say is that generally when your limbs are like removed, they have very powerful very powerful coagulators in them to stop bleeding almost instantly. So you could,
Damn it. Alright.
so like if you cut yourself, maybe, like if you wanted to
we
mark
could-
yourself with blood, you could probably just like, what I'm trying to say to you, Tyler, is you could probably just like cut yourself and wipe the blood on something if you wanted to do that. Because like
Okay.
if you get your arm like torn off, obviously if you bleed a lot, that's a problem.
Yeah, I was thinking more of just using like my pinky finger like a marker. Like
You could
like
do
Yeah.
that.
like a
I mean,
piece
I'm
of
not gonna
chalk.
tell you no. I'm just saying you don't need
I
to do
mean-
that if you wanted to like mark it with blood or something. You could just like slice your palm, but it's your call.
I thought about that, but I'm like, how does it like? I don't want to have my hand bleeding, whereas I know a limb would grow back and probably wouldn't like cause a massive mess. Also, also for walking somewhere, I don't want to create like a trail if you don't want to be found. If this is just a basic marker for us.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Anyway, I think you guys. Sorry.
Let's stop overthinking this, and we'll use it, and then walk in that direction.
I just overturn a stone.
So I'm gonna say at this point, that seems like definite enough that I will say that Scenich kind of just grabs one and sticks it in the earth as you guys are discussing the best way
to mark out like
the direction, and it's a fairly simple display. It just has like a spectrum of colors on the top. Green being perfectly fine, red being heavily contaminated, and there's like a little like rainbow thing on the top. And so it starts glowing like a light red, and it has an arrow pointing across the plaza towards the cathedral.
Okay. Well, let's go there.
Are there any like raiding parties about that like are within watching us do stuff?
Make a perception check.
You see 30 raiding parties.
Yeah.
There's too many to count. They're all over us.
They're gonna eat us, and then they'll eat me. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay, so there's been you can tell that there's been a raiding party through here recently, Sean. The fountain has been decapitated, has some graffiti scrawled on it, and you can kind of see that a party has clearly just gotten done. That had recently. That's why the law courts are still kind of smoldering. They had recently gone over there, and then had crossed the plaza here towards the cathedral. They'd managed to tear down one of the bell towers, and then had continued past on the east side of the cathedral. Had continued across that way.
Okay.
So we should go on the west side.
Why?
To go away from them.
But don't we want to see if they're or what's what are the, is the direction that the spike indicated in the direction that they traveled in, or a different direction?
They look like they've traveled to, like I said, to the east side of the cathedral, but the spike is pointing pretty much straight at the cathedral.
Okay.
And as you kind of are sitting there pondering it, you can actually hear what sounds like a group of individuals a little ways off from the general direction that you heard that you were able to see the reading party go. So you can hear kind of like a crackling fire and some conversation.
Well, I think, what do we think the poison even is?
Poop. Excrement.
Poop?
Something gruel. I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked. Just whatever they're doing to create disgustingness. Or it could be something more sophisticated, but who knows? I would be somewhat surprised. I mean, if it was something like a sophisticated poison, you'd think maybe they're in coordination with someone or something that's beyond them. But I mean, if the Gore clan is the most prominent clan here, they don't strike me as particularly advanced, I would say. So, I'm not sure how they're poisoning soil.
I was just thinking, like, maybe there's some sort of, like, poison in the fire that's, like, that's not, it just happens to be, you know, they burned down some sort of architecture that was, like, made with some sort of magic or chemical that's bad, and just getting into the soil and harming the animals.
I guess so. But it's happening all over the city, right? So, like, unless that's ubiquitous in all the architecture, I feel like it's just odd.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, this is secretly a anti-asbestos campaign.
You know, I like this environment.
Raising awareness. You guys are gonna call OSHA later.
Yeah.
We need this area sealed off. We need our masks.
These catacombs full of skulls, clearly OSHA violations.
Now, actually, bone is an OSHA-approved building material.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not. It was a complete lie. Never do that. Anyway,
Welcome to Bone Town. No, that's good.
Bone Town,
Yeah.
USA.
Bone Town.
Where all the
Okay, well, I'm
bones-
team investigate the cathedral because I think that's where our next logical step is. But I would we hug on the left side just to kind of avoid any interceptions if we can.
Okay.
Let's do that.
That seems pretty straightforward. Okay, so as you guys near the cathedral, you hear something rather strange coming from inside. You hear a loud organ.
Throw out the organ in there.
And it's playing organ music.
Is it playing it well?
Yes, actually.
Oh,
Very well.
that's
Is
weird.
is it a song we know?
Probably not. You could make a check for it. But no, probably it doesn't immediately seem familiar to you.
Is it a song I know
Ooh, yeah.
as a bard? I guess some
Bard, I would give you advantage to remember what it is.
I know. I know guitar. I want to figure out the song.
I mean, like I said, if you want to make a check, yeah, by all means.
What kind of check?
Probably just I guess intelligence religion would make sense.
Ooh, intelligence.
Or unless
religion.
I guess maybe yeah, no, performance wouldn't really work here. Because I guess you yeah.
Oh, that's 16.
I gave you advantage, that's good enough. Yeah, this is this is a piece it's fairly not often used, but still not a rare piece or anything like that. It's called the Debtor's March. It's fairly up tempo.
Oh, naturally, very Orzhov.
And yeah, it's generally something that is played when the penitents are entering a cathedral to give donations.
Is this a irony or the Gruul playing this somehow?
I would play organ music for you guys, but I ran out of time. And
All you have is a recorder.
anyway, it's quite loud. Now that you guys are near the front doors, it's quite loud.
Yeah.
Wait, do we see anybody going inside?
Nope, the doors are closed.
Good. That means we could walk up there. See?
Sure.
Yeah, let's go investigate.
Okay. So the music grows louder as you approach.
I'm just gonna make sure there's nobody about to charge us with an axe or something.
Yeah, I'm casting Mage Armor just for good measure.
Okay. There's nobody charging you with an axe.
That's nice.
Doors are still
Okay,
closed.
Are the doors locked?
There's there's 3 sets of double doors. There's a quite like a large one that they're like 10 plus feet wide, and then 2 smaller sets of double doors, which are about 10 feet wide. So, if your question is, are they locked? The answer, no. You give one of them a tentative push, and it just kind of swings open, and the music crescendos quite loudly.
Ooh. Let's go in.
Okay.
I'm assuming we're sneaking in, right?
Yeah.
We're not making too many
So
crazy
as you
noise.
enter the lobby,
Yeah.
you can see there's this is a fairly large entranceway, well adorned marble floors with Orzhov signets kind of embedded in the floors. On the east wall, you guys have entered through the south door, the doors to the south. On the east wall, you see 2 doors, fairly grandiose and grandiloquent, and the same is symmetrical on the west side. To your north, there's a large there's like the wall is decorated elaborately with tapestries and paintings, and a gold curtain, a gold set of drapes, I should say, very large, goes from like floor to ceiling, is on the far wall, and you can see the interior of the church through the curtain. The curtain has been drawn back, so you can fairly clearly see the basilica beyond. So the music grows louder still, and I'd like everyone to make a wisdom save, please.
It's Ghostos.
I am not wise.
I am even less wise.
But you're an elephant. You should be the wisest.
Yeah, what the? I was about to say that.
It's 'cause-
That's prejudice right there.
That's a prejudice if I'm trying to hype you up as a cool guy.
Oh,
Okay.
Just is.
Dear.
I can't live up to these expectations.
Okay, so near the center of the hall, you see a large kind of like font type, and the 3 of you are seized with a desire to contribute to the well-being of the cathedral and to make a contribution.
that's not bad. Does anyone have money?
I have some change, and then I just spin around like I changed. I don't have any money.
Oh. I'll give you some money. I feel like we should put in some money over there.
Okay, I just like hand over all my money. I just like bring it out into like all my money, and I like go to put it somewhere, wherever.
Okay, wait. Can I try to like break in as the one insane person here?
You can try. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Hey,
like,
you don't
wait.
need to ask my permission.
Yeah,
Do what you want.
I feel like my character looks at everyone taking money out of their pockets and throwing it into like the wishing well, and I'm like, guys, like, look around. This place is trashed. I don't know what you think you're donating to. Like, if you want to give to the Orzhov, you should give to like one of their standing cathedrals.
That's a good argument. I'll let you guys all redo the save.
It's not about it making sense. It's about feeling emotionally correct.
Okay, so
Wait,
It's like, yeah, I'm gonna donate to this ruin. Orzhov is gonna pick up my coins tomorrow. I'm like, what?
oh, everybody.
It's like your words have affected all of us. We're now
We're
seems
just
like
like,
it's-
wait, this is stupid.
that's a pretty good argument. But for some reason, you still feel as though it would be very bad to remove the coins you have already placed in the font, so you leave them where they are.
Okay.
Yeah, someone's gonna yell at us like we're George Costanza in the
I'll
pizza
take
shop.
I'll take 5 gold from each of you. So you think about like, oh, maybe I should just take my money back, and then like a very powerful force seems to like forcibly stop you.
It's like no returns.
I haven't put money in there, so haha.
You did actually put money in there. I
Yeah,
don't know why you
you
said you have
did.
no money. I looked at your character sheet. You have money.
Where's my money? I keep forgetting where it is.
It's just in the middle at the bottom.
Wait, Chris is ready to take that 5 gold for you?
Well,
I've
that's
taken,
what that is.
taken all your
Okay.
money from you. Yes. So there's
I'm
some
gonna-
there's some gold coins clinking in the bottom. The font was actually empty before you came in here. Now your gold is there.
Well, I'm gonna pretend I have no money so people buy me Subway.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't mean to get in the way of your role playing or anything, but I was like, I'm pretty sure he has some money. I should.
Oh, that's
'Cause it's not like you could lie to other characters. That's fine, but you know, if you want to say you don't have any money, that's perfectly fine.
I don't have any money. I chew as I drop coins into the thing.
Hey.
I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
All right, so yeah, so this font's kind of in the center of the floor, so you guys can see a very large cathedral stretching out to the north, and like I said, there are the 2 doors to the east and to the west.
Okay. I
Wait,
mean,
I want to know what the heck gave me or forced me to give money to this place, just in case it happens again.
it's probably. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna interject on Chris, but I was gonna say it's probably just some Orzhov enchantment. They're all about getting people to, and I do air quotes, donate to their cause.
It won't happen again, right?
I mean, knowing the Orzhov, they're gonna try and hit you every time they can. So
I'm gonna cast detect magic,
Okay.
just in case we. I want to just check if it's still active.
Hold on. Let me have a quick look see here.
level 20 enchantment, your brain explodes.
No, or
Your
give.
money and your children's money to this one.
All your money is replaced with
Oh.
asbestos.
You can tell that the font itself is actually magic, and has a type of charm on it that induces people to donate. As well, there's a very powerful magical force coming from above you.
I look up.
Yeah.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
Oh no.
You
What?
see the ceiling. It's beautifully adorned with chandeliers, none of which are actually operational currently, but it's not quite 30 feet tall, so
I say be aware. There's some crazy magic up there.
also in general, I think I'll say that you kind of get the faint glimmerings of magical auras coming from the church itself. Nothing distinct. But you can kind of like you can kind of see. The spell says within 30 feet, so I'm not giving you any more information than that. But you can tell that this place is full of magical things.
Cool.
Oh, geez.
We should stay together.
Azorius send in person when you need them. Okay. Well,
Onward.
I guess so.
Okay, so you guys enter the cathedral proper. So you pass through the gold cloth. Again, on your right and on your left, you can see two passageways that lead to a fairly grand door on both sides. These doors have like statues carved over top of them of like people who are like hunched over, like holding up gold in their hands. And the gold is kind of like above the arch of the door, and on either side of the door are like statues of people prostrating. The pews are fairly well ordered, actually, for considering the state of the building. You can see that most of the windows, the large stained glass windows, have actually been broken. But the pews are in fairly good condition. There is a statue in the center of the building of what looks to be an Orzhov pontiff with like a staff, and he's like has his hand up and he seems to be beseeching something. Along the walls are about half a dozen chapels on each side, each of which has like large golden like cages that are like blocking access. But each one has like, from the looks of it, looks like they have things like candles and treasures and altars and statues and paintings and all sorts of things. They look devotional in nature, and they also look exceptionally opulent. And then, yeah, looking towards the far side of the building, it's a little difficult because, but the light streaming through the windows gives enough light that you can see the altar stacked high with gold coins.
I suppose the crew have no use for gold. Right? I turned to the rest of the group, kind of concerned that there's like another reason the gold is still sitting there.
Yeah. I don't like this place.
Okay. We haven't come upon the organ yet, have we?
No, the music is still playing loudly and clearly. Let me just hold on. Let me give you guys some information. You've explored enough that I can pop you over here. There. I just need to do a bit of drawing. Okay, can you guys see my little map? Okay.
I just see black actually.
Same.
You might need to.
You gotta zoom out. And
You might need to zoom out a little bit. It's a pretty big. Yeah. Should be able to see it now.
There we go.
Yeah. So that little X in the middle is the statue I mentioned. The altar is that box near the top.
Okay.
And yeah, you can see at the very top the kind of altar. And there's like a big like altar screen up there. And again, there's just some curtains here that are kind of blocking your view any further. But you can see like the altar screen up here, which is again adorned with all kinds of devotional figures.
Okay.
I'm getting a really Diablo 2 feel for some reason from this map.
All right.
Yeah.
Skeletons and like goatmen in any second.
Yeah.
Let me just I'll give you guys a little dude tokens. Here we go.
Yes, I'm a dude.
Here's you guys. So if you here, hold on, I'll give you guys move permission. So if you want to move somewhere, you can just say that you're moving there and grab it.
Okay.
Controlled by all players. There you go. So if you want to move somewhere, go ahead. Just grab it.
Oh, this
And,
is like the party indicator, kind of.
yeah, just a party indicator. So this
Okay.
way, if you guys aren't sure and you guys are trying to decide, if someone wants to like be, you know, be decisive and make a decision and just do it, that way you can just do it.
Sure.
That way, you can still discuss, but if someone's had enough discussion, they can take matters into their own hands, and I can simulate that without
Okay.
without needing to advocate people shouting over each other.
What is this thing?
That's the altar.
That's the altar. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like a stone plinth. There's like it's like a raised area. I didn't really do much detailing here, but this is basically a slightly raised area. There's like a stone table in the center of the area. But like the area itself is all like the whole area is full of like coins, gold and platinum coins stacked up.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Oof. So much money.
But
Okay.
yeah, the like I said, it's actually quite cold in here because the windows have all been broken. And yeah, I didn't mention this before, but you can actually see some of the chapels have like spirits floating inside them.
Oh,
Floating there.
Yeah, well, they're ghosts, they're spirits,
Oh,
so they're
okay.
just kind of chilling up there. So yeah,
I see. And I'm assuming the gold cages don't really impede them that much.
no, in theory, no, there's no reason why they would be impeded by them.
Okay, let's. I guess they're camping out in there for some reason. Um, can I make a knowledge religion check to see if there's any sort of protocol or way to sort of respectfully conduct oneself in an Orzhov cathedral without
Absolutely, yes, by all
spirits?
means. You can make a roll for knowledge religion. Go ahead.
Okay.
To know church protocol.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! I don't know enough about Orzhov cathedrals.
I mean, like like to not like destroy things.
Okay.
Like don't knock anything over. Just be
Okay.
respectful. Orzhov
Okay.
tend to have like lots of rules and lots of petty bureaucracy, and so it's difficult to
Mm,
know exactly what to do at the best of times.
okay.
I'm pretty sure that's on purpose.
That's fair.
But like I said, general rules of good conduct will
Okay.
apply as far as you know. But other than that, you're not sure.
Okay, I'll just be on my best behavior then. Okay, well, I mean, I'm keen to just kind of go see what's going on with the organ. Like, I'm keen to just carry out
Okay.
and peek through the curtain.
Yeah. So you guys, the curtain was back here. So you guys passed
Oh,
through the
okay.
curtain, and you're kind of
Oh,
in the
sorry.
main body of the cathedral.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, the way that the organist or the organ is still playing quite profoundly and strongly, and it's a long song. So usually the debtors are large in number. So
I
Mm,
imagine it sounds like Inagata Davida.
you can imagine whatever you'd like, to be honest. But imagine like a fairly slow, ponderous march tune.
Inagata Davida, honey. Don't you know that you always be true? Oh.
Sure, by all means, if that makes you feel better.
wait, there's enough light in here, right?
Yep.
Cool. I'm
Yeah,
just gonna,
as long as the sun's up.
okay.
I'm just gonna like go in, I guess, and look up, because the
You
fact
do.
that there's
Just staring at the ceiling.
All right, so as you guys enter the main body and start walking between the pews, a choir breaks into song.
Man.
And as you turn around and look behind you up at the choir loft, you can see ranks of spirits. Um, it'd be difficult to say that they're singing because they don't really have mouths, but the noise is emanating from them, and they have joined the organist in song. So I kind of revealed an area over to the right there. That's the second floor. So you can
Right.
kind of see up there. That's the choir
Okay.
loft.
Chris, I got a question.
Yeah.
I know druids hate undead and stuff,
Yep.
but what are about Golgari druids? I know I
These aren't really undead. These are because they don't have bodies.
or like things that are unnatural.
I mean,
We're run by a
Dude,
lich.
Dude's a lich.
That's why I'm asking. Like, I find it like
He's like turning it natural on its head.
exactly
keep in mind that the way that the Golgari do zombies, they are not generally speaking like restoring complex life. They're more kind of like animating fungal infections and animating insects. And they're using the natural cycle of death and rebirth, and they're kind of bending that rule when it suits them.
I'll say.
So what I would say is, like, generally speaking,
I'm fine with it. Sort
generally
of.
speaking, I wouldn't say that you're fine with it. You'd probably regard this as a little bit gauche or a little bit, because like the way that you see it is like if you reanimate a corpse, that's one thing, but the Orzhov kind of like hang on to the soul forever and let the body kind of rot away, and to you that seems wasteful because the body is useful.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a buffalo.
Yeah, like, well, that's exactly right. Golgari kind of take the we use the whole buffalo approach to
Yeah.
bodies. They're like, well, this body could be useful.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
I will say it's rare that like Golgari would, like a necromancer would restore somebody to life. They would find that a little unpalatable because they were like, well, why would I do that? I could make a fungus zombie out of you, and that would be useful.
Just use a doorstop or a bottle
Like,
opener.
there's nothing special about your soul to a Golgari person, right? Your soul is, ashes and dust, or your soul's, gone away to whatever the next world is. They're not really concerned with it, but the Orzhov are pretty much the exact opposite. So you'd probably consider it like wasteful and a bit, like I said, a bit weird. But
Cool. Thank you.
like, you certainly wouldn't want it you wouldn't like want it for yourself. I'll put it that way.
That's fair.
If you're a devout Golgari, that is. No
Yeah.
guarantee saying you have to be. So yeah, so they just seem to be singing. So the choir loft though is like shrouded in darkness, which is a little bizarre given that it's perfectly bright in here. Um,
A dirge of some kind. Chris, do I know? Is this song common enough that most people would know it?
I kind of said before, like, not really. It's not like
Not really?
common, but
Okay.
it's not uncommon. If you're familiar, like I said, Sean's familiar enough with music generally that he's familiar with the song. And like I said, it's traditionally one of the many hymns that they could use when, like I said, when debtors are entering.
Yeah.
Am I personally familiar with this song, having been in debt to the Orzhov?
Um,
Oh.
Probably not.
Okay.
Not necessarily. Maybe. I think that would be up. I'll leave that up to you, character-wise.
Maybe it's an older song, like a really old song.
Yeah, it might just. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that. I mean, everything's old, but
Yeah.
like I said, I'll leave that up to you, Sean. If you think that it's something that you want for your character, that's fine. But like you could just like go to like a regular loan shark, right? 'Cause keep in mind, like, they're not just a church. Not everything is religious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably a
Explicit.
lunch shark.
I mean, the loan shark probably has like has like religious apparel on, but you know,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean you necessarily stepped foot in an Orzhov basilica.
Yeah. Because the reason I ask is because I'm wondering if we should like sing along as point of procedure, or right? Like if this is like the appropriate thing to do. So I guess I kind of turn to Senech and I'd be like, should we sing with them?
I'm like, I don't know. You do you, man. You do you. It's free country.
Okay.
It's free district, man.
If yeah,
This district is actually notorious for being under military occupation.
Yeah, that's just another way of saying freedom with rules.
It is a very unfree district as districts go. I guess if you're a gruel, it's pretty free. It's as free as you can get. But,
yeah.
for everyone else, not so much.
Okay. Well, I'll just I'll just the chorus that like repeats. I'll try to join in, but
Sure,
other
by all
than
means.
that, yeah. Yeah, I'm good to keep pushing forward as well. I really want to get to that organ and see what's going on there. Although now I'm pretty convinced. I mean, I had a hunch, but now I'm almost 100% positive it's some spirit. But
Um, okay. Make a knowledge. Yeah, what the heck? Just make a knowledge religion check.
okay.
Yeah, organs are at the backs of cathedrals. So like up near like up above like the main entranceway, that's where the organ is.
Up
So
above the entranceway?
yeah, that's where organs are.
Oh, like where the choir is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where the actual keyboard is.
Okay.
Often the actual like
Oh,
pipes
but the pipes are
go throughout the building actually.
okay.
Yeah, but the keyboard is generally that's where it generally is.
Interesting. And then it kind of hits me like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I just wanted to make that clear because it didn't seem like it was, so I wanted to.
No, that's fair, yeah. Because well, at my church, the pipes are all at the front, right? So I always think of it being like at the front or like the end of the church.
Yeah, no, it depends because like it depends on how they're constructed and
No, exactly, yeah.
if it's like a smaller organ and they're just putting it up against the wall,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
that's
yeah.
different. But if it's a
Okay, but
full
this is
pipe organ, you can put
yeah.
the keyboard basically wherever you want. So
Okay. Okay, yeah, it strikes my character, and then I kind of like turn around and I look over at the choir loft again, and it's
it's
still darkness, right?
it's shrouded in darkness, but you can see spirits and who have ghostly voices emanating from them.
We're just jamming out. That's cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're basically saying things like, come, release your sin,
Yeah, release your sin.
pay
Uh,
for absolution,
yeah,
blah blah.
fucking money.
Normal Orzhov stuff you've heard them like chanting as they wander down the street with like a collection tin or collection
Yeah.
plate, ringing a bell. You've heard it all before.
Okay. We don't see any. Do we see any signs of actual like destruction in here, or is it all kind of this place?
Nothing, interestingly enough. The pews are in like perfect condition, other than the windows which have been smashed in. Um,
Hmm.
and you remember thinking about it that one of the bell towers was actually torn down near the front, but the inside is remarkably well kept. Other than
Yeah.
being dusty and abandoned, and all the candles have been blown out, and it doesn't look like anybody's been in here for a while, as far as you can
Right.
tell. But surprisingly well kept.
Yeah, I get the feeling we have been more bold in the gruel, and perhaps at our own folly. Interesting. Do we want to keep investigating this area, or do we think we should leave?
I'm kind of interested actually.
Okay, I mean, I'm all for figuring things out and learning things, so I don't mind investigating more. But I would like to just make it clear to the group that I believe the Gruul have not been here, not
What?
at all related to the raids.
What?
I think they made a point of realizing this was hunted
What?
and left.
What did they use to throw in and smash the windows? Is there like rocks or like
Yeah, there's like
weird
assorted,
grenades?
yeah. Let me put it that way. There's like assorted like stones and things kind of scattered about. Actually, yeah, maybe I should have thought of like it doesn't look like there's any like huge rocks. Because again, like how it's difficult to throw a rock particularly high unless you're like a giant. Then again, maybe there's some giants.
There's no
Yeah.
like
I'd
giant.
say that it looks like it's dusty in here. Let's put it that way. And there's some debris kind of on the floor. So there's evidence that like the windows were smashed from the outside for the most
Mhm.
part. So
Yeah.
like there's like rocks and pebbles and the odd larger stone kind of just sitting on the ground or
These rocks don't have like spores on them, do they?
Yeah.
Poisonous spores.
That's a
They
good
do-
question, actually.
they don't look like they have poisonous spores on them. No,
Okay.
they look just like normal rocks.
Well, maybe when we're saying it pointed to the cathedral, it was the other side of the cathedral.
Maybe. Is there actually a place we can take a soil sample here? Although I'm remiss to do as such because I'm worried it would break procedure. I say in like a gritted tone to the rest of the party.
So the floor here is actually it looks like it's like a marble floor. There doesn't seem to be any obvious places that you could just stick something into the ground. In fact, this is slightly elevated. You had to like walk up a staircase to get to
Okay.
the front doors.
Okay.
So even like there's probably like a like I said, churches are usually built on like basement type structures, crypts and
Mhm.
catacombs and whatnot, that sort of thing. So normally the ground floor of the church won't be actually on the ground.
Okay. I'm
The
gonna
ele-
try and get closer to the altar.
Sure. So as you approach the altar, the as you kind of like shuffle your way up, the chapels on either side are glittering, and the kind of one of the spirits kind of like turns to look at you, but kind of just watches you as you pass.
Mm.
As you approach the altar, the tune kind of comes to an end, and a new tune strikes up.
What tune is it? Is it a happy-go-lucky tune?
Not really. It's again another devotional one, as far as you can tell. Seems religious in nature.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
yeah, it just seems like a something like something religious in nature, devotional. Nothing,
Okay.
nothing that jogs your memory particularly.
Okay. I'm gonna throw 10 gold pieces on the altar.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
You do. Hold on, you can see the wings now actually of the building, and you thought the other chapels were nice. The ones at this end are absolutely replete with golden statues and pictures and paintings and lavish altars with carvings and all sorts. The one in the center, by comparison, is actually fairly simple, just simple carvings. And you notice that there's a small table in the center where most of the devotional coins are piled up. The sides are again inscribed with like people like holding up the table, which is stacked high with coins.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you toss some coins on the table.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, you go ahead and plop
To
them out of
be
your
like,
go ahead and plop them out of your inventory.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. I guess. Sorry, what was the structure again?
So this is the sanctuary, or like, I guess
Oh,
I don't
this
really.
opens up into the sanctuary?
Yeah. So there's like here. Hold on. Let me just do a bit more polygon revealing here. Why isn't this working? Oh, here we go. That's why. Yeah. So this is the kind of like the altar doors, which are again like large, and like golden. Then there's curtains on either side here, which are shut.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and now that you are up here at the altar, you can see that there's actually um, a staircase leading down right behind the altar.
Oh.
Um, it's girded over with kind of like a again like kind of like a cage, but not like a cage, but like a super like a structure over top of it, like a arch. Gold,
Okay.
and each of the arches is gold and adorned with, silver inlays. And at the top of the staircase is like a gate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Interesting. Huh. I don't really want to mess with it. I mean, the party doesn't have to follow, but I'm curious to see what's in the cathedral. Oh, the
Okay.
sanctuary, rather.
So the doors are they're golden doors, and you kind of give them a little push, but they're locked.
Damn it. Is the curtain? Can I pass through the curtain?
You can. As you draw back the curtain, you see something very surprising.
Well, okay.
So there are two gruel standing at the door, lifting, like kind of like hoisting what looks to be like a large stone statue, and they're kind of like tilting it so that it blocks this door.
Uh, I immediately shut the curtain and like kind of go, "Oop," and then I run
Okay,
back.
make a stealth check
Okay.
to silently pull back the curtain and not be noticed.
Yeah.
It's an old man.
Yeah, okay. You just kind of like let the curtain fall back.
Yeah. You're like, and then I don't know where the party is, but I'll kind of assume they're still at the altar, and I'll be like, "They're inside.
What?
There's,
Who's inside?
there's a girl over there."
I cast Shillelagh just in case we get in a fight. And
Sorry, Chris. Okay.
Oh
Go.
yeah. Sorry. I should have mentioned, Andrew, that throwing some gold on the altar has left you feeling fulfilled and very you feel full of mental acuity and,
Okay.
and good feeling.
Excellent.
Just FYI, you just feel very good.
Okay. I feel great.
Yeah,
Exclamation mark in my notes.
yeah.
the
Should do this more often.
wait, where are they again?
I point to the curtain and I say they're in there. They're trying to erect some kind of statue in front of one of the doorways. I don't know if they're planning to burn the place down or what. I don't know what's going on.
I would say that erect seems to be the opposite of what they were doing with the statue. They seem to be
Oh,
laying
they're
it
bringing
down.
it down?
Lay
Sorry, I thought
well,
they were like putting it up and like in front of the door or something.
yeah. Neither top. They were kind of like not toppling it, um, but they were like setting it down in front of the door.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
see. Yeah, I had no time to see. It was so fast. I just saw the statue of the girl. I was like, oh my god. So yeah, they're doing something over there with a statue. I don't know what the heck they're doing.
Let's bring him out here and ambush him.
Chris,
Mhm.
did I get a good look at what they were and like how big they were and that kind of thing?
It looks like a couple. One of them was a goblin and one of them was a human.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking about like two ogres or something.
Nope.
It ain't ogre till it's ogre.
Can I actually try something?
What a question. Yes.
Like what?
You can try things. That's allowed
Oh
with
yeah.
them.
I just wanted to like politely ask, but yeah. I'm tempted to sorry, Chris, in my reading of the Gruul, or the Gore clans, do they look like Gore clan by any chance? I know I probably didn't have time to make out markings, but
You can make a check. Make a knowledge check.
okay.
I'll give you advantage because you've studied up beforehand.
Okay. Knowledge. Was it history? Or just a
Um,
straight in check?
can't really think of like a thing that it would be. I guess maybe just investigation.
Investigation? Yeah, I was thinking the
Yeah,
same.
maybe investigation would work. And yeah, you have advantage because you studied up beforehand. So
Okay.
yeah, they look like Gorkland. You
Okay.
recognize the distinctive face paint on
And
a couple.
do they speak common?
Probably.
Okay. I'm going to cast Alter Self on myself
Sure.
to make myself look like a Gore Clan member.
Yep.
Just change all my gear to look like tribal and that kind of thing.
Yeah, by all means.
And I'm gonna walk in and be like, "Ah!"
So the two of them kind of look at you and kind of like blink their eyes a couple times. They're like, "Ah, brother, you have come. Help us."
Yes. Yeah. And I'm gonna help them. Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna not. I'm gonna because I'm worried about Orzov's spirits. So I'm gonna be like watching from behind, being like, yeah, and like watching them do what they're doing. So I'm gonna take a second to like just.
So yeah, so you realize they've laid a statue down here across the doors. And they kind of start walking back over this way.
Okay.
And you see that there's like they've actually removed a statue from the wall over here. Like right over here. And as you guys if you are you following them?
Yep. Oh yeah.
So you can see there's actually an ogre in here. He's right here. Boop.
Okay.
I guess technically he's large, huh?
Yeah.
And he's kind of like directing them. He's like, "Next statue, bring to
Yeah.
door."
How long was the
Ah,
last?
brother, good. The man say, protect. You protect with us.
Protect.
Okay, so they're gonna go start pulling over the next statue gently. They start like gently pulling over the statue, and the ogre's kind of stands over here. He's kind of like shepherding the statue down, and then they start dragging it back over to the door again.
Okay. So they're just putting them all against the door?
Yep. They're like, "You help," the ogre says.
I hope. Yeah, I'll help. So yeah,
Yep. They just stacked it up against the door.
where others? We need more help.
Others heretics, the ogre says. They not listen to man.
Oh no.
Heretics bad.
Yes, others outside not listen.
Hmm. No, listen. Bad.
They hear the song.
Hmm.
Now, statue.
Statue.
And the ogre just kind of goes and like sits and leans up against the altar wall.
Ah, he's making us do all the work.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna kind of like while I'm helping, like
Mhm.
lean over to the curtain.
Mhm.
Just stick my hand out and put 3 fingers up.
Okay.
What the heck does that mean?
Yeah.
I slap your hand.
Are you right there?
Yeah, we're by the curtain.
Oh, okay. I thought you were over at the altar.
No, you said there's bad guys or gruel guys.
Yeah, but now you see me as like my gruel form, and I'm just giving you like 3 fingers.
Oh, okay.
And then I go back over here and I go, statue.
Okay. What are you guys gonna do? You gonna just let Azala continue to labor?
Just free labor. Ugh. I'm fatigued. You're gonna take a level of exhaustion.
I mean, I'm considering it. And what are you guys gonna do? You gonna help them?
Is there a curtain on the other side?
Yes.
I'm just gonna peek through there to make sure there's no more.
Okay, so
People.
this side looks like it's been pretty heavily damaged. and what there looks like there's the remnants of a door. But yeah, this hallway is full of rubble and looks like it'd be quite difficult to pass through.
Okay.
But I mean, it's not impassable, but it would take some careful footwork. I
I
guess
feel like we should just let him do its thing.
I'll just draw some like rubble and junk on the floor here. And then yeah, the door is kind of like partially obscured by like fallen, and you look at the wall here actually, and it's partially caved in. That's partially why, and there's like just rubble all over the place here.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Threw a bunch of rubble. There you go. All right. Well, in that case, Andrew, go ahead and make a strength check since you're just gonna have to stack statues against this door for a while, I guess.
I'm like such a weak drool. Oh wow.
Ooh. Yeah, no problem.
Hey.
The ogre seems
Statue.
impressed with you. He says, "Good job. You make Music Man happy."
Good.
So you guys go and grab a third statue. You look up at the wall. There's actually like 10 statues here.
Oh my god.
And as you guys drag the third one over to the door, you realize that like there's not much space left for statues. And if you keep stacking them up against this door, there might not be any way out.
Huh. Okay. I'm gonna. Oh fuck. How do I convince this guy this is stupid? Yeah. I'm just gonna keep stacking, and so the party hasn't done anything yet.
Nope.
I'm gonna keep stacking, and I think when it comes time for the final statue stack, I'm gonna be on this side of the statue. Like I'm gonna try and be on the side that puts me over here. If
Okay.
they're gonna be over there, so that when we stack it, like
The problem that you're noticing with that plan is that like there seem to be like more statues than there is space in the hallway to put them. You're not sure what the last statue would really be. Do you mean like keep stacking them until such a time as you?
well, yeah, because sorry, I thought you were saying like we're gonna like fill up this space eventually, and there's gonna be no way out, right?
Yeah, exactly. But we're gonna have more statues than you have space.
Yeah. So like when we hit the point where the statue, like the next statue's gonna block this area, I'll try to be on this side.
Sure. Yeah.
So
Okay.
that when we put it, it's like more statues, and I'll be like, no fit, can't go, and then be like, whoop.
Okay. I'll say that there's about 3 more statues. So if you want to try that plan, you're gonna have to make 3 more strength saves.
Oh my god. Okay, well I think my character's getting fatigued. So I'm gonna say me get others. Me see more, no heretic. And I'm gonna make my way this way.
Okay. The 2 Gruul kind of like accept your argument without any fuss, and they continue on their work.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go out here and be like, so tired.
So the organist strikes up a new tune now.
Okay. He didn't change the tune every time a statue came down, did he?
Nope.
Okay, it's just on autoplay. And I'll be like, guys.
I will say that the organist has changed tunes now. If you want to speculate on the motive, make a roll.
Yeah.
I want to speculate on the motive. What is this song titled?
Make a charisma performance check. Or knowledge religion, your choice.
I'm gonna
Probably performance.
do performance. I'd be like, what is the purpose of the song?
How does this song make me feel?
This one's called Labors of the Gifted.
How fitting.
It's normally played in Orzhov mining facilities.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna just say like, there's a giant ogre in there who's not afraid of the hauntingness, and his two cronies, and they're just taking out statues, putting them in the hallway. And I think they're gonna lock themselves in there with statues at some point.
Wait, was there another way out?
I
Yes,
guess I probably.
it is
there is?
obscured by statues, but yes.
Like these are statues in here as well.
No, that's rubble.
Oh, okay.
This one on the left side, it looks pretty impassable. You'd have to dig it out. Well, and again, the one on the right looks pretty impassable too at this point because there's like 5 big, big statues stacked in front of
Oh
it.
yeah. I thought you meant there was another way out, like including with this being blocked.
No, yeah, there are 2 doors. There's a door on the left and a door on the right, but
Yeah.
they both look like fairly ornate double doors. But yeah,
And
they
sorry,
are.
were these windows or were these?
Oh yeah, sorry, those are ways into the altar, or into the sanctuary rather.
Okay, they were just like open.
Open
area.
areas, yeah. They have like they like other areas in the church have like curtains, but they are drawn back, so you can actually see into the sanctuary if you were
Okay.
to look when you were back there.
Yeah.
Looks like a church sanctuary, so there's like like I said, like lots of holy relics and valuable objects and things like that in there, and
Okay.
chalices and statues and whatchamacallit, relics, what
Did you
have
find
you.
out why they're doing this?
No, I figured questions weren't in the Gruul character, so I just started tearing things. But yeah,
So they're literally just trapping themselves in there.
that's what it seems like. Yeah.
Cool.
Although I don't think it's going to be impossible for them to get out because there's an ogre there who's not really doing much. But I think if he wanted to, he could probably just do it all himself.
This makes no sense. Why are they just trapping themselves in?
Because I think they don't realize. I mean,
where do they get groceries?
their high-level strategy.
And I think this is what as a bard, I think the music is magical and compelling them to do this.
You think it's compelling them to tear down the statues?
Or maybe
Maybe.
protect something inside there?
I mean, maybe. Chris,
That means there's something valuable in there. Wait.
Yes.
Or someone.
Sorry, someone addressed me?
No,
also,
we're
sorry,
just talking.
I was gonna ask how long it's been, just because my alter self only lasts for an hour.
Oh, it hasn't been that long. It's been like, I guess you guys dragged a statue over there. So I guess I'll say like probably took you like 5-10 minutes.
Okay, so I still have a lot of time.
Also, given that we're on the 3rd song, each song is about 5 minutes long. So yeah, maybe like 10-15 minutes it's been.
Okay.
Just
Can I turn myself into like a centipede?
no, just get him out. Tell him there's someone out here or something of shiny, and then we could ambush them when they come out one by one.
That seems somehow dishonest.
We could find out if they're actually behind, this poisoning.
Yeah, well, that's what I was trying to see if I could find our way back to the main group, but it sounds like they're not in there. It sounds like they were too afraid to go in here. So he referred to them specifically as heretics, which was a bit odd. I don't know if it's a heretic to the Gruul ethos or what. It's kind of what I assumed, but I don't know for sure. So, I mean, mission A is to find out the poison, right? And, like, what's going on there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, these guys are probably more valuable to us alive than they are dead. I'm just not sure how to, like, track back to the poison in some way.
We ask them.
I know, but I don't know how to do that without being extremely out of character, right? Because, like, if I'm just like, so, poison where? Like, what if there's
No, we do it. We do it.
Oh, like you want to interrogate them?
Yeah.
Do you think that'll work though?
I have no idea,
What if we
but
can just like get them to spill the beans without like them realizing they're spilling the beans. You know what I mean?
Well, how long are you in that form?
I can do this for a little while longer, but I'm getting kind of gassed lifting statues. I gotta be honest. It's not what I signed up for when I joined the Simic Combine.
Well,
Yeah, I was hoping to do a little more
however,
lab work than this.
however long you have in that form, that's your limit to find out if they're actually behind it. And if
Okay.
that doesn't work, like, we just do the
I wish I could disguise all of you.
standard way.
I wish you could disguise me too.
Yeah.
You guys can just like get disguise kits. That's a thing that exists in the game.
True.
Are they?
If you guys really want to, if you want to disguise yourselves, it's a thing that you can do with
Are they
game.
as comprehensive as Asriel's disguise? Or is
I mean, you know, it takes training.
okay.
It's not usually as good as magical disguises, no, but they have their advantages. They can't be like dispelled, for instance. Like if you walk into an anti-magic field, a conventional disguise, you'll just still look like that. Because you know, face paint isn't magic; it's just face paint.
Yeah.
That's what's worried about.
Sure.
Everything about me is blue except for like my face.
What? No, no.
Yes, I'm swift, the blue
Okay.
window and up to Corvette. For him and himself.
Okay. Yeah, no.
He ain't got nobody to listen.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I don't need that stuff right now. I just need the glue to work. So. Sorry, guys. That was my brother coming in.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Well, I really want to try and I want to get information out of them. Okay. I just don't know how to deal without it being super fucking awkward. Okay, I'll go back in. I'll start helping them. Be like, oh, no brothers, no help. And then I'll start helping them take down the statues.
Sure.
And I say, what do we do next? How we break Earth?
Break Earth. And the ogre kind of like slams his fist down on the ground, ironically cracking a cobblestone. And says, "No, we protect this place
Protect? How we protect?
by stack statue, by stand guard."
Oh yes, guard. Okay, at this point, I'm gonna weasel my way over here again. I'm gonna slip out again and be like, "These guys are fucking charmed. I don't know what the fuck is going on. These guys are crazy. They're trying to protect this place and stack statues.
Where you go? Come back.
Me get more. Me stack more statue.
Stab statue. Oh no. Ah! Okay, roll initiative. Did I scare the cat? Everyone roll initiative.
Okay. Chris, I guess it's probably too late now.
Yeah.
But there was a crossbow I was looking to get repaired before we went here. Is it possible to have that be repaired, or do I need to go one more like a thing?
I think you'll probably need to actually go do that. You know what I mean? Because that would be something I'd want to you have to pay for it, and
Yeah.
be some time to do it. So if you forget, you've forgotten. Sorry.
Okay. Nope, that's fine.
I mean, because your character might forget too, right?
Yeah, it's true.
You're like, oh shit, I was supposed to get this fixed. I forgot. Hold on, let me get your guys' actual tokens over here. I'm blue.
Like how the choir's just over here. Inside.
It's above.
Oh.
I'm just, I can't do 3D maps.
No, it's alright. It's like the idea of like there's a choir somewhere in the vicinity and you can hear them, but they're just hiding. They're not there. Like something in their faith prohibits people from singing being viewed.
I mean, it is very dark up there, so it might not be far off the mark.
Oh, they must all be ugly then. All these
Yeah.
uggos up here singing.
Yeah, no uggos in church. Come on.
No uggos allowed.
Welcome to the Ugg Church.
Okay. I forgot to add a character sheet for this ogre, so I'm just going to... Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna be... I gotta roll his initiative by hand. 8. Okay. Go ahead with your turn. Anna.
I don't know exactly what's behind there, so
You
I'm just
do.
going
I mean-
to. I know there's an ogre and 2 guys, but
Yeah.
I'm just going to prepare, I guess. I'm just gonna do my symbiotic entity ability
Sure.
and just highbind like a pew.
Okay. So you see one of them kind of like throw the curtain aside and like stand out here, and like he like screeches at you, and then he see him like he's like pulls out like a spiked club, and then you hear like a cord like and then like the cord, like the club like lights up and is now like radiant with light. Go ahead, Sinich.
I am going to pull out my Warhammer and be like, "How dare you! I attack!"
Okay.
So wait, a chord played like music?
Yep. And his like
Da-da-da.
his like club like was glowing with light.
Is there such a thing as like counter song?
I don't
I
know.
figuring this out. I'll be just a second.
Or is that it's like a 3.5 thing I'm thinking of?
I mean,
Maybe
I know like
3.5.
I mean,
3.5.
dispel magic is like a spell you can learn as a bard. So yes, technically.
Boo.
So like yeah, that would seem to be what that would be.
Anyway, I'm a dagger you. Huzzah! Or not dagger. Warp melee.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Did that roll? Oh, that did roll. Nice.
Yep. Yeah, you can just click things and it does them. It's very nice.
Take it. Take that.
Yeah. It takes it.
Ah.
It looks like you really smoked it.
I'm here.
He's like wheezing. He can't believe what's just happened to him. Okay, so like you hear like a terrifying stomping sound, and you see the ogre like round the bend and like come charging towards you with a huge great club drawn, and it's also like glowing with like radiance.
No.
Azala.
Yeah. I am going to go like this. And then wait for... Where is he? I don't know if this guy can come through.
Yeah,
But-
you can move through friendly squares.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for this guy to come through. And then when
Yep.
he makes it through, I'm gonna magic missile this guy once and that guy twice.
Sounds good. Yeah.
I am going to run the goblin next to Sinich, and I'm gonna hit him with an unarmed strike.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the deftly dodges your strike.
No! Don't do that.
All right, so the other guy kind of slips through, and he moves to attack you, Yaya. But before he can, go ahead, Azala. You can use your ready to action.
Yep. Okay, so who's already taken a smoke from the Warhammer? He takes 2 damage.
Yep. Okay. He actually
and the other guy.
falls to the floor.
Excellent. The other guy takes.
Takes 6. Okay, cool. He still looks pretty hale and hearty, all things considered. Anna.
Wait, keep one of them alive. And can I go over his body? His
Pardon?
dead body?
What do you mean?
Like, walk through
He's
it, no
wearing a
problem?
fox movement.
Yeah,
Why-
well, I would generally say you can walk through a space where a body is.
Why don't we just say Azalea did non-lethal? Come on, you're just allowed to do that.
You can't retroactively do that.
Exactly, you can't.
Yeah.
You gotta
I
say it
can't
before
say
you do
that.
it. Also, I don't generally like doing it for like if you're doing like magic attacks because it's not obvious to me how magic missiles
You're not lethal.
non-lethal.
Obviously, take his foot off. Come on.
I mean, in magic missile actually it might be I could see it, but like some magical attacks, I'm like, how the heck are you gonna make like a fireball non-lethal?
Non-lethal fireball.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
Oh, what
Like,
if you try to digitate the fireball? It does no
Like, if you're-
damage.
if you're punching him or something, I can see it, but
Yeah.
I just think it's a little silly, but whatever.
I'm gonna go into him all like swarmed up,
Yeah, you're all swarmed up.
and I'm gonna use a bonus action shillelagh.
Yep.
And then smack him with my
Go for it. The little guy.
club.
I
Yeah,
love
the little
phrase,
guy.
I'm also-
You said-
Non-lethally.
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you, Chris, for this new verbiage.
I mean, yeah, shillelagh, sure, why not? It's just a club, you can just beat him.
I guess he makes a con save.
Yep, okay.
Yeah. I think he just makes a con save.
Sure.
For the Halo of Spores, he fails, so he takes that, like poison damage, like they're,
And
I
he's-
guess, eating him or hurting him non-lethally. I don't know. And then I smack him.
Okay. Yeah, you hit him. So he's knocked unconscious.
Yeah, and then I look up this giant ogre and immediately afraid. And that's it.
Okay. I will say he's asleep. There. He's having sleepy times. Okay. He's not on the initiative order anymore. Neither is he. So Sinich.
Haha. I'm gonna come here and defend.
Got
Defensive
it.
fighting. Ha.
How much bigger is the ogre to Sinich?
I'm like just shy of 7 feet, probably.
Yeah, so he's about probably about 10-ish feet tall. So he's bigger.
It's quite a bit bigger, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the way I see it, yeah, it's like, yeah, the reason he takes up 4 squares is because he doesn't fit neatly into 1 or 2. So he's a bit bigger. It takes up a bit more than 5 feet, you know. So he occupies a 10-foot space. Whereas Sinich doesn't really, because he's only still, 3-ish or 4-ish feet wide. Okay. Yeah, Ogre's gonna take the bait, and he's gonna attack you with his great club.
Disadvantage, is that correct? I
Um,
forget how defensive stances still work.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
I think that's how that works.
Do I get like a... Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, the way that it works, if I recall correctly, is the person gets disadvantage. Let me see. Dodge. Yeah. Attacks made against you have disadvantage, and you have advantage on dexterity saves. It's the dodge action for future reference. I forget what the shortcut is for disadvantage when I'm typing it in manually, so I'll just do it twice.
I used to do it once, and you could press like up and then enter. If you can do it, it'll repeat the command.
7. Great rolls from this guy. Okay. Azala.
Okay.
He hurls his great club through the air, and it kind of like smashes into the wall, and he seems kind of scandalized that he hit the wall.
I'll say, protect statue, no fight, and I'll shoot 3 magic missiles at him.
Yep. Makes a con save.
12 damage.
Whoa.
Wait, he has to make a what save? Con save?
Oh, he just gets hit on me immediately.
Oh, okay.
Magic missile.
Magic
Yeah.
missile.
That's right. Okay.
Little do they know, Gruul spellcasters are the most dangerous spellcasters. They all know magic missile.
Yeah. Okay. He takes 12.
In my turn.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I pull up my dagger and just hit the ogre that's standing in front of me right there.
Sure. You're gonna have to step over the goblin, but you can do that. He's unconscious.
I will do that over here.
Ah! You can't share a square with Sinich. He's a very large elephant.
Ah, okay.
You can go on top of the goblin. There you go.
Okay, that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah. That's a hit. Okay. Anything else?
I want to jump on top of him, on top of the big guy.
Sure. You're using a bonus action to do that, I assume. So let me hold on.
Or move past him somehow?
Let me look at your character sheet here for a second to figure out what's going on here.
I want to jump really high and do a cool guy thing.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so okay.
Do you mean like you want to grab him, or you want to like move past him?
I mean, if he's massive, like how tall is he?
No, here I see what. Okay, what you're gonna want to do on your next turn, because you can't do it now because you don't have enough time to attack him. On your next turn, you can use Step of the Wind.
Okay.
That way, you can jump wherever you want, and you get like double your jump distance, and
Okay.
you get a bonus disengage action, which means you don't get attacked. So next time you can do that. But you didn't have time this time if you wanted to attack him.
That's
'Cause
fine.
yeah. Because you moved up, you used your move to attack him, and then you used your move to go up to him, and then you attacked him.
That's
So
fair.
you don't have any more time to do anything else.
Alright.
Well, you don't have time to do the jump, that is. So go ahead, Scenage.
I don't know what to do. My bard. I'm a bard. What do bards do? I don't know. I think I'm barding. I don't know. Disengage action.
Okay, disengage. Where are you going?
Can I do I have a full move or?
Yep, full move.
Okay, I'm gonna go here.
Okay.
I'll be barding next round.
All right, so the ogre is gonna turn his attention to you then, Yaya, and attack you with his huge club.
Come at me.
This is gonna obliterate you.
14.
That does not hit.
You're dexterous. You kind of just, you do one of those like cool back bend things like from the Matrix. He's just like he smashes his club into the other wall, and he's like, "Whoa!" That's all.
And then I gesture to come at me.
That's all.
Okay. This is gonna be all my spells for the day. I really need a damage cantrip, but I'll cast Magic Missile again.
Okay.
So I don't want anyone to die. $11 damage.
Okay, like they like thud into his chest, and he like staggers back a little bit. He's still on his feet, but you can see that like the spots on his chest are like smoking, and there's like blood dripping out of them.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay.
do my sick jump now.
Right. So what you're gonna want to do is if you look at your character sheet, you have your key points there. You have 3 right now. So you're gonna want to spend 1. So just take it down to 2.
Alright.
And then you want to take the Step of the Wind. So what that means is you disengage, which means you can't be. You don't have to click it.
Okay.
Just, you just do it and say you're doing it, so I know what you're doing.
I'm gonna jump on his shoulders, so I'm on his head.
Yeah, so just say if you're gonna use Step of the Wind, just say you're doing it so that I know what that does. Because if you can just jump on his shoulders if you want. But yeah, so now you're on top of him. Go for it. What do you want?
I'm gonna attack I'm gonna strike him with the short sword in this position.
Yeah, go for it. Cool, that's a hit. He's not gonna like tolerate you standing up there. So go ahead and make a dexterity save to keep your balance.
So he's on top of the ogre?
Yeah.
No!
Okay. So I'm gonna say that you can't keep your balance, but you can like you're not gonna fall off of him. You can jump back down.
Okay, I can jump back down.
Yeah, so you can jump back down wherever you want, on any of the spaces next to him.
Where's my character? Where'd he go? There he is.
On top of the dead ogre or
I'm gonna jump on the dead ogre.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay here to mock
You
him.
hear like a wheeze sounding. sound. Anna.
Springboard.
I'm just gonna cast the blindness on the guy. And then run away.
Okay.
Wait, he's within 10 feet?
Yep.
I guess he makes another Constitution saving throw, because
Sure. Yeah. Before
He's
is that the
getting
beginning or the
attacked.
end of your turn?
if they start their turn or enters within 10 feet.
Okay, so they started their turn, so he'll make a con save. 9.
What the heck is? Oh, it's my DC. Spell save 12. I guess he fails.
Fails to save, yeah. Sure.
Take that too.
He
And then
he falls to his knees and then collapses to the ground dead.
wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Excellent.
No, I wanted to keep him alive.
Well, the other guy's dead, or the other guy's
Yeah,
still alive.
Yeah.
So, I'm just gonna delete these guys now, but their bodies are still there. And I will. I'm gonna get rid of the your guys' specific tokens and bring back the general token.
Okay.
For now. But yeah. So you're saying that the ogre like knocked over a bunch of statues in his eagerness to get over to you, and so now the doorway is less blocked than it was before.
Mm.
But other than that, you've just got a couple of big corpses and one quite small corpse by comparison.
Can we actually search them
Sorry.
for any? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Well, just any tools or anything that they might have used to poison the area somehow.
Sure, yeah, you can search the bodies. The big ogre has just a few copper pieces and just a whetstone for sharpening his the spikes that he's hammered into his club.
Okay.
The other anarchs don't seem to have anything of any value on them or importance other than their clothes and weapons.
Okay.
You can take the coppers if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, their clothes did glow, but I don't know if that was due to the weapon or due to them. That's pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. The organ takes up a mournful dirge.
Oh, okay. Oh, geez. Whoops. Interesting. I'm really curious what's behind that door now. I think it just leads to the outside, probably, right? Okay. Interesting. So I guess should we tie this guy up?
Yep. I have no rope though.
Let's just make him feel bad and just emotionally paralyze him.
Well, yeah. I guess I don't have a rope either. Does anyone?
Hopefully he wakes up from this enchantment, and we don't get enchanted by it too.
How about you distract him? I'll feed him my fingers. I'll just start plucking them off.
I have rope.
He can't do an incantation then if his mouth is full of my fingers.
Mm,
He doesn't look particularly magical.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I wonder if these guys were enchanted somehow and they were enthralled, or if it was I don't know, they were just decided to take a value in this cathedral, which does seem very non-gruel normal. Is true.
Let's just wake him up. See if he is still enchanted.
I guess so. Is this the human or the goblin that we got?
This is the goblin.
Okay.
I don't think he's gonna try to run. We got him surrounded.
I mean,
If
if
he
they
does
do,
run.
if he is like invested in protecting this area, we can kind of try to play up the fact that we're also trying to protect the area. But if he goes back to being a normal gruel, then I guess that angle's gone. Well, this
I
will
kind of hope. I'm
chest or
hoping he goes
something?
back to regular gruel.
Yeah, that's fair. Although I doubt he's just gonna master plan if there is one.
That's fine. Maybe we'll get something. Maybe we'll get something out of him. I'm just gonna like help him up. Give me a sec.
Go ahead, make a heal check. Hooray.
Don't think that works.
Yeah, I don't think so, eh? I think you need a 10.
I'm
Bring someone
going
around.
to just heal him, I guess. Cure wounds.
Sure.
Oh wow.
He feels a lot better.
Yeah.
He kind of like comes
I
to and kind of like
feel invincible.
sits up and kind of just like he's still obviously still feeling his wounds, and he's surrounded by people holding weapons, so he decides not to try his luck.
That's fair.
Did
He
you
just
snap
kinda-
out of it yet?
What's that?
I'm talking to him.
He's like,
Do you
what?
snap out of it yet?
What are you talking about?
Why were you protecting this place?
Because he told us to.
Who?
The man, the music man, said to protect from the heretics.
Protect what?
Protect the church.
Fucking so crazy. That's not good.
We're looking for the heretics. We want to know how they're destroying the earth.
He kind of like looks at you confusedly. He's like, "What? Destroying the earth? No, the church. They're destroying the church.
Yes.
We had to stop them.
Many things.
They're outside. They're gonna destroy the church. We have to stop them." And he kind of like realizes all of a sudden he tries to like sit up and like stand up.
I'm gonna say, are you Gruel?
He kind of like squints his eyes and says, it's not important."
Interesting.
No, Nova, no.
He's gonna like try walking away from you now.
Hey, don't do that.
He doesn't listen to you.
I've no.
Yeah. I feel like he's just gonna die in here.
He just like he's walking away, so he walks away.
He's walking back into that room.
Yeah, he's walking over here, and he's like gonna go. He walks over here, and he's grabbing at a statue. He's trying to pull it down.
Oh fuck's sakes!
I body check him.
No, let him do his thing. I'm just
You
gonna
like-
look in the altar.
You knock him on the ground. He's
What
like,
are you doing?
"Ow!
What are you doing?
I'm protecting. Please, let me." He like stands up and starts weakly tugging at the statue again. Okay, in the meantime, said you were checking out the sanctuary?
Yeah, like if there's even anything in it.
There are indeed many things in it. There's all sorts of stuff. There's the walls that are lined with statues that look like to be religious in nature, people in clerics' robes, holding, various devotional materials, and There's a table in the center with like a tabernacle in the center. And like I said, there's a wall back here, which has various chalices, and there's a rod with a glowing yellow gem in the top. Most of the chalices are like made of engraved wood, but there's one that is made of gold.
I feel like these guys found this little treasure trove and got enchanted. Now they're doing this.
You
I
think
feel like
so?
we shouldn't touch this stuff.
I don't feel like it's characteristic for Gruul to try and. Well, maybe.
Do you want to know what's characteristic for Gruul to do? You can make a check.
Sure, yeah. I feel like they wouldn't like loot per se, because they just want to destroy, right? But maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, go ahead and make a knowledge or an intelligence check.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
Oh, that's a save. It should be. I
if it's just a raw check, it's the same thing, I think, right? Oh wait, no, I guess you don't get your.
wouldn't have proficiency in it,
Yeah,
so it'd just be 18.
that's fine. It's not. I mean, Gruul need to buy things occasionally. They generally don't care about like, one thing that they probably wouldn't do is like steal high value things.
Mm,
They would like think like something like a chalice or something like that. They'd probably destroy before they stole. Like they'll steal
right.
like coins or whatever. If they need to buy something.
Okay.
Or if they, like want, some symbol of their victory. Obviously, they're not immune to symbolism, so they might steal something very valuable to like
Right.
vandalize it or,
Right.
destroy it in a ceremonial fashion.
Okay.
So, yeah, but like if they're gonna steal something, generally it'll be, money directly because they
Okay.
have uses for that.
Right. Not
Other than that, they do prefer to just tear things down. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it seems odd that they would, you know, try to steal these items, but who knows? Maybe they're trying to destroy them.
Want to put it to the test? Just grab some coins. Let's see if this.
There aren't actually any coins in the sanctuary itself.
Pick up a chalice.
You
I'd
pick up
rather
a
not have
chalice.
any of us fall prey to the enchantments in this place.
You pick up a chalice.
I feel fine. Yes. I'm scared. I put the chalice down.
You put down the chalice.
That's not what I expected. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here.
Are you thinking about looting the whole place now?
No. Is there anything magical in here?
Is your detect magic still up?
If we spend 10 minutes, I could cast it ritually. I guess I could cast that while we're thinking about what we're gonna do next.
Mm.
If you wanna start ritually casting it, that's up to
Yeah,
you.
I'll start doing that.
Okay. So, in the middle of casting a spell, you hear a pounding on the door. Hey, you guys
This
in
way?
there? Yeah. Hey, are you gonna open this door or what?
Ah, it's jammed. Just a minute.
Who's that? Hey!
It's me. Don't worry. I'll get the door open.
I'm gonna back away.
The door like shakes on its hinges.
Don't do that. You'll break the door.
You're damn right we will.
Guys, I think they know they're not here.
I think these are the heretics, and they've come to destroy. We should probably fuck out of here.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the middle of a pillage.
The door is like the bolt is like holding fast, and there's like a big wooden beam that's like a crossbar.
Mm.
The door itself is actually like pretty much like the door lock is like smashed to pieces, but the beam is holding steady for now.
All
But
right,
you
wait,
can
what was
clearly hear the sound of like several angry voices on the other side of the door yelling. And
Are they coming from where that statue was? That guy was trying to open?
yeah, there's like the rubble of like various statues strewn about the hallway here. The ogre kind of made a mess of them when he charged through there.
No, the guy at body check. He's trying to do something with a statue. They're coming from there.
No. He's still up here. He's still tugging at the statue. He can't knock it over on his own. He's too weak.
Let's do it. I'm a giant elephant. Let's go. Let's go put statues on the door.
Yeah.
So we're gonna help this guy stack statues.
Might as well.
Okay.
Let's save this place. Come on.
Wait, you sound enchanted. Are you sure you're not enchanted?
I don't know if we can.
I think I can say as the DM, I don't think that he's enchanted. I'm pretty sure this is him. We're acting under his own free will.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys want to do that, you can.
I would like to put it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna help just in case we're not slaughtered.
Yeah. So everyone who's helping, make a strength check. I guess you can. Whoops.
I mean, does it seem like they're gonna burst through the door at any minute, like any second?
It seems like it. Yeah. The crossbeam is like groaning pretty hard.
Yeah. I don't know, guys. I'm not a huge fan of team stack statues. I mean, it took me and the other guys like 5 minutes just to stack one.
Sean's doing a magic trick.
I just wanted to read what it said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Yeah. Let's just go. Let's do this. Let's do the statues.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys drag a statue over to the door and plonk it down. Pretty tiring. You hear like a cracking sound from the door beam
this isn't working.
with the latest thing, but there's like a statue laying across the ground. They might trip over it.
We should leave.
Yeah, we probably should.
Let's abscond.
All right, you abscond.
Yep.
You are back in the main body of the church. Where are you going?
I mean, let's try and stick we can either explore the other passages, but what I'm really curious about is getting somewhere near this cathedral, right?
Let's maybe go on the other side because it was like pointing toward it. It could just be beyond.
It could be. Well, I mean, we weren't even near the cathedral the last time, right? So we might as well take one near here and see where it goes. Do you agree, or do you think that's a bad idea?
We have 10.
You hear wood splintering, and then
This is not a place to talk about this.
rushing in. You hear like a sound of someone like tripping and falling. Like, oh, who the fuck put a statue here?
That's the wrong door. You should go the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to run out and like stick a thing in the ground.
Okay. Run out as in
Like over here.
where? Like at the front of the
Like
building?
where we came from. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are running towards the front of the building. It's a long way to go. So you guys are nearing the entrance to the doorway, and all of a sudden you hear a series of dramatic chords. And the sanctuary is enveloped in flame, and you hear screams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like girl screams?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're not able to tell the guild affiliation of the people who are screaming.
But it doesn't sound like a supernatural. It just sounds like people screaming, like, "Oh my god!"
Through like the sanctuary is like aflame, because this is like a smaller building inside the building. It has like a roof. I guess I should
Oh,
have
okay.
mentioned that, but I don't know how familiar you
Oh,
guys
the
are with.
sanctuary specifically. I thought you meant the
Yeah.
whole thing.
No, not the whole thing. Just this smaller area in here. Yeah, it's like
Oh,
a
okay.
flame.
Is it like a flame as in it's burning, or a flame as in like it's like blue ghostly flame and it's like shooting out at things?
Seems like normal fire.
Oh, okay. Ah, I think it's burning it.
All right, but if you guys are gonna keep running, you keep running.
Yep.
All right. Nothing stops you from leaving the building, so you have left the building.
Excellent.
Okay, that was something.
Yeah. I mean, there's still gruel like destroying right behind us, so I'm gonna like quickly grab this,
Yeah.
like plunge it into the ground.
Sorry, you're gonna what?
Grab one of the soil meters and like try to plunge it into the ground in front of the cathedral.
Yeah, sure.
See what it is.
It's a very deep red, and it's pointing directly behind you.
Like back to the cathedral?
Yeah.
Wait, like
In the direction of the cathedral, at the very least.
okay, so we just gotta go around and just keep going.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, if we were here,
Yeah.
the cathedral was here, points there. And if we're here, still points there. If we go
Yeah.
around,
And if it points back to the cathedral?
then we know we messed up.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
Let's do that.
But it's like sneak there, because there's probably a
Which side of the building are you sneaking around? The east side.
West side that's not currently being
The left
side, I
side,
think.
not
Yeah,
not the side.
Okay, so you guys walk around the west side. You can hear organ music emanating from the inside, from the thing. It's quite up tempo and quite violent. And the arpeggios and series of chords and booming bass and lots of really energetic music is happening. As you guys near the back of the church, you can see the flames licking the interior from the outside, the large windows that surround the sanctuary. Pretty clearly see the flames that are enveloped the center.
Wait, do we hear
This
still
side of
screaming?
the building has been seriously damaged, more so than the other side. And near the sanctuary at the back, there's like I said, like the door that was had a bunch of rubble there. Like that whole wall is partially collapsed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, but we don't hear screaming anymore, right?
No, yeah, it's gone quiet.
Weird. Okay. Yeah, let's see if we can just kind of wait for them to move on or not be near us, and then stick another stake near the back of the cathedral.
Okay, well they would have entered on the other side from where you are currently, so you'll have no way of knowing if they're there or not currently.
Yeah, that's true.
But if you want to stick a thing in the ground over on this side, you can. Or you can go over there, or you can do whatever you'd like.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Take a sample here, where it's safe?
Yeah, let's just do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's pointing back towards the church. It's a very deep red, like it was before. Looks as though it's not pointing towards the sanctuary, as far as you can tell. Like it's pointing underneath the center, about where the center of the church would be, give or take.
Okay. It's almost where the chandelier was?
Yeah, like you know where that statue was in the middle of the church, that little X?
That's right, the statue, that's right, yeah.
Yeah. I can just bring you guys back to the church map.
What was that statue? Just like some...
It was. I mean, it was an Orzhov cleric of some kind. None of you really looked at it, so you just walked past it. So, I mean, I
Yeah.
can tell you more about it, but you know, your characters didn't take an interest in it. So,
Yeah. Okay. So it's point. It's we're getting back into the church, which is good. So it's pointing ish.
like I said, I'm just using the statue as a point of reference. I'm not saying like
Yeah.
that's exactly where it is. You know,
Yeah.
I'm saying like you know, it seems in that general area.
This whole area you said was raised as well, right?
Yes, the ground floor of the church is raised up. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
You did notice there was like a staircase going down up at the head of the church there.
Yeah.
There were
That's
some
what I'm thinking.
there were some like also some like these are like doors here on either side. So
Yeah. I was wondering
Yeah.
about those as well.
I did mention them when you guys entered the building, but I just wanted to double check and make sure.
Hmm.
So you guys didn't think, oh, well, where could it possibly be? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, yeah, I'm
There's
thinking there's more to explore in there. I just don't know if we can go in right now.
No, fair enough, fair enough. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard when
We
you're
go in and peek. Can we see if there's still Gruul raiders in there?
make a stealth check.
I give him inspiration or whatever. Can I do
Okay.
that? Can I whisper a hum a song?
You can do whatever you. What do you mean? Can you do? Can your character do it? I don't know. What are the rules?
Well,
How does that ability work?
can I do that now that he's gonna go off and do that?
Well, he's just made a check, so I'm going to say no at this point.
Uh,
Don't ask me for permission. Just do stuff. You know, if your character can do it, then do it. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm gonna peek in the door.
Sorry, by peeking the door, you mean this one,
Um,
or you
so,
mean like you
yeah,
want to like sneak around the back,
I want to
and,
like go over here and like just peek. Like,
or do you
open
want,
the door
or you like
crack.
open the front door?
Just like peek it open a bit and see if I can see commotion.
Like the front door of the church, you mean? Like one
Yeah.
back. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, the sanctuary is still burning.
But I don't see like Gruul activity or like people running around, or
Nope.
even mostly looking for what I hear. Like, do I hear
Nope.
destruction? Like,
Like I said, the organ is actually quite loud now, so you
oh,
can't
okay.
hear,
It's like
can't hear much of anything
overpowering.
else. It'd be difficult to tell if you could hear anything else. I guess you make a perception check to try and pick out noises within the din.
Oh, okay. Sure, I can try.
I'll give you probably disadvantage
Okay.
because it's very loud and very distracting.
Oh man, I'm gonna fail this. Yeah, 8.
Yeah, no, the noise, like the music is so loud you can barely hear anything else. It's like oppressively loud. You can feel like the pressure in your eardrums,
Okay.
like
I
the
look
big
back to the
booming
party.
bass, like vibrating your very soul.
Okay. I look back at the party and say, like, I think we can use this cacophony to our advantage.
What?
Yeah, I was gonna say you actually have to speak somewhat loudly to be heard.
I think we can use the commotion to our advantage.
A communion?
I'll sneak in and I'll try and like look behind these doors.
As you all enter, please everyone make a wisdom save.
Oh.
You
Oh dear.
know, Andrew, the fact that you didn't contribute anything earlier is kind of weighing on your conscience a little bit. You feel like you'd feel better if you put just a few gold coins in there, nothing crazy. Just like, just a handful. I mean, what could it hurt, right?
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point, actually.
Yeah, you'll feel better if you just throw a few coins in there.
Yeah.
Anyway, after that, you feel fine and you feel happy with yourself, and you can go check out that door for sure.
Okay. So that was 5 gold, right?
Yeah, 5 gold pieces.
Okay.
A bargain, really.
Yeah.
It occurs to
Absolution.
you. Yeah, exactly. Absolution for your immortal soul. Like, what a small price to pay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you open the door. There's this is like a cloakroom. There's some just mostly just hangers. A couple of dusty looking pairs of robes, and there's actually a bell rope here as well that goes up through the ceiling.
Going to Shattered Bell Tower, I presume.
Like speculate on what a bell rope might do. It could do anything. Like there's just so many
Okay.
possible utilities for a bell rope.
Indeed. Okay, and I'll keep going through each room, trying
Yep.
to keep look out for gruel destruction.
Yeah. Okay, so this next room, there's a spiral staircase in the corner
Interesting.
that heads up, and over on the north side you can see a staircase heading down.
Down. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Going down, baby.
It's looking like where we might want to go. Is there a standard layout for Orzhov cathedrals? Like, do we know where if the stairs by the altar
Yes
are
and
here?
no. I mean, yes, there is general patterns.
Okay.
There's not like a standardized pattern, if that's what you mean.
Okay.
But you could
Yeah.
probably, if you have you could do knowledge religion check to ask me questions about the architecture of this place, or intelligence
well,
religion, or if not, like something else that you could think of.
Yeah, because my main concern is if that set of stairs and these sets of stairs go to the same place.
Which this? No, one goes.
Like the altar and the side.
Oh, that's a good question. You can answer it if you make an intelligence religion check.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Why wouldn't they, right? It's certainly possible that the one nearer the altar would go directly to a crypt where like important people and things are buried.
Okay.
And it's possible that these ones usually will go, like the ones near the entrance will go for like, more like everyday tombs and things like that. So usually the really important graves are like underneath the altar.
Okay, interesting.
And often they'll be separated from the other graves, but often not like I said, you're not going to dig two basements for one building. So there's a way from get to one to the other.
Okay.
But often it's usually like, you know, it's a convenience thing, right? And also an importance thing. If you're seen to be descending into the crypt, next to the altar, that's a big sign of status. So.
Okay, interesting.
Whereas these ones are just kind of like hidden and out of the way, and for normal people to
Yeah.
down in. So, well, you have to be pretty special to be buried in an Orzhov cathedral, but
That's fair.
by most people's standards, even the plebs are pretty big somebodies. But
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
But again, like it's not they're not built to a plan, so there's a variety of things that could be down underneath them.
Well, I'm partial to just descend without spending too much time out here because I don't want to risk getting intercepted by gruel.
Yep.
What do you guys think?
Sure.
I'm just gonna cast dancing lights just so we can see when we go down.
Sounds good. Yes, you descend. And as you descend, so if you look on your left,
Wait, can everyone see in the dark?
I think so. I think you can, yeah.
Yeah, I can, but can Loxodons and
No, I don't think anybody else can.
Yeah, I'll cast light on my staff as well, just to create extra light.
okay. I'll do dancing lights just in case, and keep 2 like 20 feet ahead of us.
So yeah, if you look to the left, the stairs kind of empty out into a hallway. You can hear like it's much quieter down here, and it is dark. There's no light other than what's cast by your torches. You can hear what sounds like the cracking of a whip.
Is this coming
There are bars that are across the passageway up ahead here, and if you look carefully, you can see there's another like barred gate right here.
Okay.
These passageways are clear, and they extend to the far side. You can see there's a variety of holes in the wall here that look about about a foot or a foot and a half wide each.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna send like a ball of light into one of those foot walls, or like
Sure. So you see a man inside.
oh,
Yeah.
Like a dead man?
Oh no, he's very alive. He's lashing himself.
Ooh, like with the cat of nine tails.
Yes. And now that you're in this hallway, I'm sorry, I didn't move you guys down here. You can see that there's an engraving above on the top of this wall that says "Behold the Penitent."
Oh, this is like enchantment. Like it's not a real person.
I will not answer that question.
yeah.
Okay. Can I try to determine if it's an illusion?
Yes, you may.
Yeah, I'm really curious if this is an illusion. This is a dude.
I feel like it's
I guess Intelligence Arcana seems like the correct check for that.
or rock. Throw a rock at him.
Could also do that.
It would be difficult to do that. You don't know.
Okay. Huh. Weird. Someone want to call out to him?
You notice that he's like flashing himself like on the back, and there's like blood trickling down from his shoulders.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to have taken notice of you at all, despite
Yeah.
despite the floating orb that's now in the room with him.
Was he in the dark down here?
He was.
Ooh. Ooh.
I say he, by the way, it is a man.
Okay.
Looks like someone not to mess with. I'm just gonna look out the other side in case there's not many more people like over here.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So you'll walk around. You can walk around. So there's some iron gates at the top here. It seem pretty securely locked. As you make your way around, you notice the other side looks much like this side did, with small viewing windows, which you can see from the other side.
Hmm.
Yeah. Every so often, he like strikes himself again.
I'm just gonna call out to him. Hello?
He doesn't reply.
Okay.
You actually notice in the room there's like a variety of like rather unpleasant looking pieces of machinery.
Hmm.
While we're at it.
Just adding to that image, eh, Chris?
Yeah, I'm just doing a little color. You know. Like there looks to be like like what looks to be like an Iron Maiden in one of the corners. There's like a table with like a winch. It looks unpleasant.
Okay. Is the ground here stone? Like, is there anywhere to drive a soil stake into?
Ground is cobblestone here, yes.
Okay. Is it like very sturdy? Like, there's no way we could disturb it somehow?
I mean there's I mean certainly ways you could disturb it. I don't really know. It's cobblestone.
Yeah.
You could probably disturb it if you wanted.
Which
I'm just
way
thinking if we can, like,
did we come in from here?
Yep.
Okay. Let's continue.
Yeah, let's make sure there's no more
There's a
people
staircase
down
going
here.
up.
Oh, up.
Up?
Yeah.
Those are locked doors, right?
Yep, they're grates. They're not sure if they're locked or just closed.
Can I try to open them?
They are locked.
Can I unlock them?
Do you have a key?
I have these tools.
You can try to pick the lock then, if that's what you'd like to do. Go ahead.
Or I should have these. Or did I give them back to that? No. Did I give them back to that Is it? No, I think I
don't
take them.
think so.
Pretty sure it's just not written on my thing, but I'm pretty sure I have these tools. What skill would that be?
I think just like a dexterity, straight up. Unless, and yeah, if you're proficient with the tools, you can get like a.
I think it's sleight of hand technically, but
Oh yeah, maybe sleight of hand would work. Yeah, you do need to have proficiency with thieves' tools. That's what it is. 'Cause that allows you to add your bonus. But
Right.
I'll allow it for now. Yeah, you're able to pick the lock actually. So it's not particularly difficult.
Okay. We enter.
Yep. So this there's a long passageway down this way, and it stretches off into the darkness.
Set of stairs.
Yeah, I'm just that's just shorthand to say it extends for some distance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. For me, that's for the GM. Like, don't tell, just so I remember. I'm like, oh, why
Okay.
is there a dead end hallway here? No, it extends into the distance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And you can see that there are like what look to be like cell doors here on either side.
Okay.
So they're like small it's like there's like a as you move down you can see that there are cells behind them.
Like for bodies or for prisoners?
I mean, they look like they were designed for habitation of individuals.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. There's like beds in them.
I realize Orzhovs ran prisons, but I guess so. People aren't enough dead. I mean, there's literally a man lashing himself over there.
Yeah, he's still doing that, by the way.
Yeah. I'll call out to him. Your sins are forgiven.
No response.
Okay, they're not forgiven.
I mean, he's got to either stop or die eventually, right? Is it? You said his back was bleeding, but is there any sense of how long he's been doing this based on the amount of wounds he has? Like, is he just starting, or has this like been going on for forever?
Make a perception check.
So that's what I'm curious about. If this is like, we walk down here and it's like, this is you, or if it's like, I've been here for a million years.
His back looks very heavily scarred.
Okay.
Having said that, like it doesn't look like there's too many open wounds on his back.
Weird.
Hmm.
Every like Friday he comes down here.
I'm not going to speculate on his personal habits. It's his business what he
That's
does in his free time.
Odd. Okay, interesting. And this door is also locked?
Yep. You kind of rattle it a bit. It's,
I mean, do we want to disturb crazy self-flagellation man, or do we want to just push?
Does it count as self-flagellation if he's upset because we're interrupting him? Like he's still feeling pain one way or another.
I guess so. I'm also curious about what lies this way, because I imagine that's closer to the altar, but we could just investigate this first. And I look at Stampov. I say, is there any way you can disturb the flooring here? With like your giant elephant body or that hammer? Do we have pickaxes?
No. I have a hammer. I guess we can hammer. Is this a stairs up?
no. I kind of said that's just like so I remember. That's just like this passageway like extends in a ways into the darkness.
Oh, let's go see if we can discover where this goes. Are these doors up here or?
Yep. Yep. Those are like They're like steel, like grates that go up and down, but the bars are very close together, so you can't really see through them that well, especially because it's dark.
Mm.
Like they're steel grates, and like each bar is like an inch thick, and there's like a quarter of an inch space between each one.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'd agree with you. Why don't we push down and explore this first, and then we can see what
Sure.
find anything we can come back.
So after about a minute's walk, you come to a dead end, but you notice at this dead end that the ceiling is made of marble.
Hmm. Just the ceiling?
Just the ceiling. The rest is the walls are like just rough stone. Like they've been cut, but they are just like stone piled up.
And there's nothing else in this room.
It's stretching to even call it a room. It looks like just a passageway.
Okay, but it's a dead end, right?
Sorry?
But we reached a dead end.
It is a dead end, yes. Yeah.
So it's the passageway to marble ceiling.
Yes.
Is what it seems like.
Yes. Like I'm just telling you information that you see with your eyes.
No, I'm just trying to. I know. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not
Yeah.
like, missing something. So I'll turn to Anna. I'll say, can you tell if this is magical?
If you want to give me 10 minutes.
Sure.
Start casting the spell.
Okay.
Because yeah, like the ceiling and the wall in front of us in particular. Like I'll start feeling the wall to see if it's an illusion or it's like a trick.
So you notice fairly quickly there's a mechanism on this wall. It's not very well hidden, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
It looks like some kind of mechanical device, like a lever. You kind of are fooling around with it,
Okay.
and you hear like a creaking sound, and like you see like the kind of like the like a like it looks like you can see like a panel rotating away above you,
Mm.
and yeah, a little rope ladder falls down.
Huh.
It is not magical.
It might be. I'll take the ladder up to see
You
what
can
I
actually,
can see.
yeah, you can the rotating actually kind of has exposed as you like you realize you emerge like in the plaza, and you realize that the disc that kind of rotated was partially underneath the fountain.
Okay. So we're
Yeah.
at the fountain now.
Yep, so you're at the fountain in the center of the plaza.
Marble.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting. Huh. Neat. I wonder why they installed this. You guys have any ideas as to why this exists?
Get away somehow? I don't know.
Discount in a catalog.
Is this like where they secretly put the prisoners? Like they shuffle them in through the fountain? What if this is like, yeah, it can't be secret.
You don't have to like idly speculate. You can make checks.
Yeah. I mean, I've been
I
making.
will.
I'll let someone else make a check. Yeah.
I wonder if I can know this.
You
I don't
can
think-
you're like anybody else. You can make a intelligence check.
I'll make an intelligence check.
Sure. Go ahead and make it investigation while you're at it. If you have invest,
Okay.
if you don't, then that's fine.
Okay.
Oh, do you have investigation?
That check. No, I'm just
Oh,
like
then,
pushing.
then yeah, no, then we'll take your original roll. That's fine.
Okay.
I just didn't know if you had it or not.
Just moving dirt. Swiping it.
Yeah, you kind of think about this for a minute, and you think, Azorius will often hold like trials in public places for particularly notorious criminals, and they'll actually usually set up in the center of squares. So maybe that's why.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a secure prisoner transport or something along those lines.
Interesting.
It's like an underground railroad.
Exactly. Except it does the exact opposite of what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, it's more like an underground minecart trolley thing.
Yeah, it's like the Underground Railroad, but the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah. I agree with that.
Especially because the fountain depicts an Azorius and Orzhov
Orzhov, right?
taking
Which
hands.
I thought was weird.
Yeah.
Makes sense now that there's a prison down here.
So that kind of clued Yaya into the idea that maybe this is some kind of joint initiative between them.
Okay.
But without knowing more about this district in particular, you're not able to say exactly what it was used for. But that's just healthy speculation,
Yeah.
given what you know.
Okay. Well, yeah. Let's go back and see what we can find to the north, and maybe interact with Crazy Man.
Sure. So, like I said, it's not far, but you walk back, and as you kind of re-enter the prison area, you hear another whip crack.
This guy's needs to find a hobby.
Maybe that is their hobby.
I guess so.
It's construction. It's constructive if like your sins are actually repented.
Yeah. I turn to Sanich and I say, "Do you think you can crack the lock on those gates up there?"
I can try. And I will try.
Okay, go ahead.
Oof.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem to be working.
No,
Hmm.
they're too tough.
They're pretty tough.
Interesting. I wonder if that Orzhov cleric who was getting munched on had a key to any of this.
Could possibly.
Yeah. Those might be munched by now.
Hey, are we assuming Orzhov is behind this poison right now?
No, I don't think so. It's just this is the site where poisoning is strong. I wouldn't imply Orzhov. I still think it's a Gruul fault.
Yeah, after all, your bosses told you it was the Gruul.
Yeah. True, we could be very wrong.
Well, this is the first alive person who's in here.
Maybe we think he's alive. I'm still not convinced it's actually a thing.
Sorry, I should move you guys over there. The door.
Maybe if we help him with his
Should we just go
lashing.
shit out of him? Give him what he wants?
I just want some reaction out of him.
I mean, we could try opening the door.
You want to open the door?
Yeah, let's open the door.
It opens.
It's not locked.
I immediately become concerned about entering the room.
Yeah, me too.
I go
What
in the
the-
room.
He looks up at you as you enter. Welcome.
Hello.
Oh god.
I think you just signed
Talking-
up for penitent camp. Yeah.
Did I? Oh, I didn't sign anything, so that's fine.
He holds the whip out towards you and says, "Do you wish to engage in penitence?"
I say no. I have my own kind of penitence, and I pop my forearm off. Here you go.
He looks down at the limb that you've offered him and he says, "But does that cause you pain?"
Oh, it's painful every single time, but I'm probably messed up somewhere. Here you go. Here's my penance.
He takes the arm and he looks up at you and he's like, "Very well." And he puts it down. And he says, You have been granted your penance. You are free."
Thank you. That was easy.
That's not fair. He can
What?
just do that whenever he wants.
Yeah, that doesn't count towards penance.
When he looks He looked into your eyes, yeah, and he was like, he seemed like he was like evaluating you to see if it was indeed very painful to remove your arm. Despite your cavalier attitude, it is indeed incredibly painful.
Yeah, like most sin and pain in life, you just embrace it and live with
Like-
it.
Yeah, imagine having your arm forcibly removed. That's what it feels like. He's used to it. He's just used to it at this point.
It looks like you made a new friend, yeah.
Yeah,
Wait.
you guys are gonna be best of pals. Why don't you get him to open this door over here?
Yeah.
Excuse
Let's
me.
do that.
Since I'm on such good behavior, you mind helping us out for a minute? I'm trying to get
You
out of here.
Because you're free to leave.
Can you
Yeah.
help us open this door then?
He's like, no, I have my own penitence. And he like whips himself again.
Go.
Tell you what, I can double your penitence if you want. I'll just remove my other forearm, guys. I need a hand.
You know what? Look, I know how the penance cycle works in Orzhov. Do you owe some money? How much money do you owe? We can just try and pay off your debt.
Yeah, dude.
He chuckles and he says, "How many estates do you own?"
Who's
I
asking?
own 3 in the Hamptons.
How many estates do you owe?
He shakes his head. He says, "If you have to ask."
Eh. Well,
Oh,
I don't
okay,
know
so-
where.
The second half of that saying is, of course, you can't afford it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I appreciate that.
So more than 2. Okay, guys, we're on to something.
Yeah. But like, I hope you appreciate that your penitence session is probably going to be interrupted by a gruel raiding party above you right now.
He doesn't respond.
Look, how can you do penitence if you're
Push
not
yourself
alive,
when you're
dude?
clubbed to death.
He's like, I am alive.
Yeah, you won't be when they come down here. How will you do penitence then?
He chuckles. He says, "Oh, I have my ways.
Do you?
Enough."
This guy's definitely a spirit.
If you've come to me, it means you wish to do penitence. You, mutant, your penitence has been completed. The rest of you, I will not answer any more questions unless you have come to repent.
I mean, my curiosity is satiated. How about you guys?
Wait, did we ask him about the poison yet?
I mean, Yaya can ask. Yaya, you want to ask this guy about poison?
What do you know about poison?
Enough.
Oh. So you don't know anything about poison.
I'm gonna back away. Get out of that area.
Okay, you back away and get out of the area.
Yeah.
What about the rest of you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I don't wanna do any lashing.
Yeah, guys, it's cool. Maybe I don't know. I can do penitence for everyone if someone wants to carry me later while I regrow my limbs.
I don't know if it works that way.
I mean, if you have got a backpack, I help those who help themselves. I can suffer for you. Let's do it.
I mean, maybe, but I really don't want to repent right now.
All right, you repent later. This guy's just doing his own thing. Look at him go.
You look at him go. He goes.
He goes fast.
He go. No.
This is Spot. Run.
Is there anything we can do to
Run,
convince
Spot,
you
run.
to help us out? I mean,
Enough!
wait,
He whips you.
hey,
It hurts a lot.
I bet it hurts. Ow!
Wait, what? He's trying to touch the guy?
You take
No, he just
hold
hits
on.
me.
Yeah, he hits you. Hold on. Let me.
I'm an
He's
asshole.
yeah, he hits you with his whip.
Does 99 damage. for each.
Emotional damage.
This is damage you will never heal. Goes on a separate chart for your emotional hit points.
Hold on, let me just.
Alrighty.
The flagellant.
Ow, that
Roll because you're not in combat. Take 4 slashing damage.
that sucks. Ow. If you're gonna be an asshole, I'm gonna take my arm back. I'll take the penance back. Give it
No.
here.
No. He like brandishes the whip again.
Yo, we should go. I don't want to mess with this guy.
We'll go. We'll let Mr. Self-flagellation here just continue his weird like penance. I hope whatever crime you did is absolved when the raiders upstairs come and get you. They'll kill you, and then you won't be able to repent anymore. You owe nothing.
So wait, there's nowhere to stick a stick in here, right?
I know where we can stick one.
Instead of just cobblestone.
There's cobblestones.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, like it's cobblestones. You know, like
Okay.
you
There's
can-
no like dirt patch or like anything like that.
I mean, it's just cobblestones. It's not like
Okay.
it's not concrete. It's not steel. It's stones. You could probably like pick one up, like pry one loose, probably.
Oh,
But
you think so?
I mean, yeah,
Okay. Well, I thought it would be like pretty solid. Like it was like you can't
it
get
is
through it.
pretty solid. But you know, it
Yeah,
is.
let's just start chipping away like a section here.
No.
I agree with this, and I cast inspiration, or I sing inspiration for Azalea to do this labor.
Quiet.
Shut up.
So wait, it's the flagellant screaming at us?
Yes, he says quiet.
No. That's
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Piss off the crazy guy.
You're not crazy. He's just religious.
I mean, this is pretty. You know, the lines are pretty blurred right now.
So he's gonna like interrupting you, Sinich. He's not letting you start your song. He's like yelling at you and interrupting you.
But it's a bonus action.
Yeah, he's fast.
That I could.
Yelling is a free
It's
act.
a free action.
I enter combat and then do it. There we go.
What?
I mean, if you wish to enter into combat with him, I will allow you.
Do the flagellant.
Then you can't interrupt me. He has to act on turn.
I
I
mean,
mean,
I
yeah.
was hoping you would do the smashing sandwich because you're the giant elephant.
Yeah, come on, guys. Let's go into combat with the great flagellist Pagliacci here.
Oh, we're here for investigation, not to smash penitent crazies.
You can do both.
Are we the raiders or are we the investigators?
I don't care anymore. This guy's an asshole. Let's just go open the door.
I mean, to be fair, we came into his dark chamber and started fucking with him. It's not like
No, we didn't. I paid my penitence like a normal person.
We're off my arm, rid of his feet like a normal person.
Fine. I will break open the cobblestone and try to or pry it loose. I don't know.
Make a strength check.
I'll strength it up.
I'll give you like what is that like? Is there a bonus action? I guess that counts kind of as like athletics, right? Sure, why not?
I guess so.
Athletics. There we go. I'm strong.
Yeah, it's you with a bit of force, you're able to pry up a loose cobble, and there's a dirt patch underneath.
There you go.
Thanks, dog.
I'm
I
an
use my
elephant, not a
Big
dog.
action.
So you stick one in.
Yeah.
Okay. It gives you an incredibly deep crimson, and you look and it's like the max possible that the meter could be. And the arrow points to the north.
Further in? Like,
North is up on this map, so.
yeah, this way?
Sorry, you guys were arguing with the flagellant, so I assumed you guys were like here.
Yeah,
'Cause, like,
yeah.
the door, so it points
No,
like.
I assume we were right, exactly where we are right now, yeah.
Well, then it goes north from where you are. Like I
Okay,
said,
does it point directly at this freaking guy?
it does not point directly at that guy. It does point in his direction, I will say.
Okay. Do we want to try going this way, seeing if we can somehow get through?
Yeah. Let's make sure
Or
that's
we can
an
like try
option.
going around and trying the gate by the altar is the other option. But then we just have to risk running into Gruul, I suppose.
No. Let's try opening up this.
We already tried that one, right? So I guess we technically have to try the other one, or
I mean, you can't try to pick the lock again, I guess is generally how that
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
You tried and you're just like, I can't do it.
We could try doing the other one.
Okay.
Janet, can you do it? And I'm going to
I can try.
I'm going wait, before you roll. I'll be like, I saw a trick. A colleague of mine did, and I'll inspire you with
I was gonna say we have inspiration. Right?
inspiration.
Sounds good.
So yeah, you get advantage on this, and I'm using my inspiration for this.
Okay. This is sleight of hand, and I have inspiration.
Just not sleight of hand, just raw dexterity. Unless you have proficiency with thieves' tools, then you can click the thieves' tools button on your character sheet.
Right.
If you have because if you have proficiency with tool, you can just click on the tool and it'll add your proficiency bonus then.
But does the dexterity thing do that? My like bardic advantage?
It should. You mean like jack of all trades?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Probably not, but I don't think jack of all trades applies to tool proficiencies anyway. So.
Does it?
I think it. Well, I think it actually. I don't know. I remember it actually might, which I always thought was weird that it applied to ability checks.
Any check that doesn't have your proficiency bonus, so it should add it automatically. Then when you're making just a normal check,
Okay.
just try making just do a test. Click your dex and see what happens. Yeah, it says 0 + 1, so it's adding your.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it adds your jack of all trades automatically. Yeah, so you pick it open. You pick it open, no problem.
Yay.
I just realized something. I just detached my arm. Should I roll 1d6 to see how long it'll take to grow back?
1d4. Yes, you should. 3 hours.
All right. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure that we had that in order before I do anything. Where it's like, oh,
You're
your
a-
arm is the thing.
You're a monk, so you're fine because you can just like kick instead. But if you lose another limb, it'll cause you disadvantages on attack rolls until one of them grows back.
That's fair. Thanks, man.
And conditionally on other kinds of rolls as well. But like just in general, like attack rolls will be disadvantaged until you have a 4th limb again, or until you have 3 limbs at least. Yeah.
Good.
So these, as you kind of walk down here, there are 4 burial vaults. They have coffins in them, and they are very richly decorated and adorned.
Okay.
Yeah, every last one.
Interesting. Are there names on any of them?
Yes, there are. Would you like to read them?
Kind of, actually.
Yeah. So one of them is where did I write them down? Whatever. I'll just make up some more names. One of them is Hierarch Jakob at the bottom here. Hierarch Stepan, Hierarch Georgie, and this is Hierarch Arch Hierarch Kirk.
Oh, Hierarch.
Yeah.
The end.
They're all
Okay.
very richly adorned with gold and jewels and all sorts.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let us carry on and see if we can find more things to destroy and stick sticks in.
Sure. So you carry on, and you come into a large open chamber, the floor of which is raw earth.
Hey, money.
Hey, salmonella.
In the center of the room, you see a figure, which immediately strikes terror into all of your hearts.
Oh.
It is an angel. She is crying.
Oh my god.
Oh.
She's kneeling in front of a large statue of a man. She's missing an arm.
Friends with Yaya.
And her wings have been clipped,
Oh.
and she is kneeling in front of the statue, sobbing.
I'm gonna immediately prostrate myself before her.
I'm gonna go shake her hand with the limb that's missing.
All right, so as you approach her, Tyler, she like looks over to you and says, "No, don't touch me."
Okay, well, I just waved then with my disfigured arm.
She
Hello.
goes back to what she was doing.
My lady, what has happened?
Why did you say it like that? Where's
She's
your
an
fedora?
angel. You don't
Where's
just
your
talk to
fedora,
angels like they're
Sailor?
people.
She like
She's a spiritual
turns
angel.
and like actually looks like she notices you for the first time. And she says, The tomb has been desecrated. I wasn't here, and the tomb was desecrated."
Oh, what happened?
She like turns and looks at you and says, "What does it matter to you?"
Just making
I have
conversation.
as much respect for the dead as anyone else. I have no desire to see tombs be desecrated.
She says, "Well,
We're
as
part
much
of the heritage.
as much as I wish to indulge your idle curiosity, I have more important matters to attend to."
Well, we're actually part of the Heritage Foundation. We're in charge of making sure churches are not desecrated. Any information you can give us can help.
Well, you're too late. And like you can like you feel like psychically as though like you're about you like you feel like a very strong desire to like prostrate yourself before this figure.
I already prostrated myself. What do they want? Oh, well, I did something.
You just walked up to her.
No, the other guy. I already did this. Look at my arm.
That's different.
What do you? God, I don't join these things.
She's mad at you, Tyler. She's sad and angry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I
Gosh,
don't want.
you're just walking up to her and making demands. She doesn't care about the Heritage Foundation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I just wanted to help. Just want to help.
Here to help.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's a little angry actually, so.
Oh, it's not my fault. I'm
Yeah, no,
sorry.
I don't blame her.
She seems kind of pissed off at you, and the sight of her like being angry is like some it strikes like a chord of like deep, like impossible, unimaginable fear in all of you. Like you have
Oh.
angered a being of the very cosmos itself, and
Yeah.
like the world itself seems angry at you at this current moment. Or maybe
Yeah.
it's just a magic trick. Who can say?
That's fair.
Spooky.
Well,
Yeah.
I always think that religion is opiate to the people, so I feel pretty good.
Oh my god. You Marxist. Okay, well,
I'm a postmodern Marxist here to, like, I'm a cultural Marxist here to just insult the temple, I guess.
there you go.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
I really don't want to, but you know, it feels like I'm being misconstrued here.
Well, anyway, since
Yeah.
you guys haven't said anything in a while, she's gonna like turn away from you again and keep
Well,
sobbing. at the feet of
I
the
thought we were arguing this whole time.
No, I'm assuming this is all out of character.
No, I'm actually saying this.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was trying to do.
Okay, well, if you're gonna continue being disrespectful, she's gonna curse you.
No. Oh god.
No, I don't want to curse.
Yeah, no, sorry. She's
Well,
she's
you know, I did this. It's okay.
a little. Yeah, well, it's okay. She's not gonna, she's not gonna like She kind of like looks at you, Tyler, and she says, she like points at you. Make a wisdom save, please.
Okay. Damn it! The one
Damn.
thing with the most bonuses I needed the most.
Shackles envelop you,
Oh.
and you cannot move whatsoever. She kind of like walks up to you, and she speaks to you very gently.
It's always bad.
Hello. I'm here to help.
She says, if you truly wish to help, I suggest that you deal with the madman who has taken residence in this church's choir loft.
The guy in the other room?
No, that's not the choir loft.
The
Okay.
choir loft, last I checked, is not in the basement of a building.
Ah, you never know with some of these new age things. I'd ask.
I take
Yeah,
a,
just shut up.
I walk to where she was crying and take a soil sample.
Nah, hey, what are you doing? Get that out of there. She like grabs your hand.
Ah, no!
Like,
Look,
she, like,
Look, I'm touching an angel. I'm just crying.
you feel you feel like immensely bad. You feel like terrible, like psychologically.
Ah! I stop it.
Jesus.
Now.
I do as she says. Let's go stop that guy in the choir loft.
Crazy people.
She's not asking. Everyone make a wisdom save.
Okay.
I involuntarily say,
He's not asking you to leave. Make a save.
Where's wisdom today? Not wise, apparently.
8.
I voluntarily leave.
oh yeah, I voluntarily leave as well.
I voluntarily leave against my will.
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter if you want to leave or not. At this point.
I leave. But maybe there's
Yeah.
damage. Let's roll. Ah.
That is a good roll.
All feel immensely as though you should leave, and you all leave by the nearest way possible and leave as quickly as possible.
Excellent.
Up the stairs. Yay.
You're
No,
so kind.
That's the head of the stairs actually. So the way you came would be faster. So you
Ah.
leave that way.
Yeah.
Wasn't she so kind? Let's go take care of this.
Yeah.
No, that was command, not charm person.
No.
Curious is why she doesn't handle this herself, but I guess she's busy doing whatever she's doing.
Or maybe
Hey,
the guy's
I
really
succeeded.
tall.
Come on now.
What's that?
I said I must have succeeded. Come on now.
Oh,
We're
man,
leaving willingly, so
that's an angel. And that's a
Well, maybe-
number below 20.
You know what? Maybe you did survive it, but now you're like impotent.
You succeed. You're an obvious succeed on like CR 1 to 2 levels. This is like beyond that.
Okay.
Sean said he was leaving, so I described the course of action that all of you took.
Yeah, I left.
Yeah.
Is irrelevant because he said he was leaving anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But are they commanded to go deal with that guy or not? Because that's where I'm heading. Anyway.
You weren't commanded to do that.
Let's go do that anyway. I don't know how to get it to the second floor though.
There's a staircase that you guys walk past.
Oh,
that
let's
goes
do it. Let's take it.
up. Okay. Yeah, so you guys walk back over there, and you can head up the stairs if you'd like, for sure.
Well, how do we even get to the choir loft? I think
Up the stairs probably. Let's do it. Let's go upstairs.
You go up the
okay,
stairs.
sure.
So you emerge in the choir loft.
Is she the one murdering everyone?
The stairs keep going up, by the way. So you emerge in the choir loft, but the stairs do keep going up to the bell tower. And I don't know where I put your guys' token here. Oop. Music is actually quite loud here. I didn't mention it, but well, because you can't really hear it that well in the basement, but you can hear it pretty well now. And so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. Just doing arpeggios and whatnot now. The sanctuary has finally stopped burning.
Okay.
By the way, the sun is starting to set, but you can still see like there's like just like a it's basically just a burnt shell of its former self, and you can see bodies lying all over the place over there
In the church?
in the sanctuary. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Do they look like savage gruel bodies with like not a lot of clothes on?
Well, make a perception check because you're pretty far away.
Okay.
It's too far away. Can't tell. Just
Okay.
look at the bodies at this distance.
Wonder if that was the gruel or not.
You can. There are several bodies, like more than you left when you left.
Yeah.
So I guess you could say that with.
I'm just like thinking, is it like they had prisoners that they threw in there and then lit on fire? Or were they in there and then they got lit on fire by like the spirits?
How come that didn't happen to us when we were down
Because we didn't try to fuck with it.
the statue?
Hmm?
The statue?
No, like I mean, they were digging the statues down to protect the place by barricading it.
Anyway.
Okay, so there's an intruder up here.
Yeah, there's a bunch of spirits. They haven't turned around. They aren't looking at you.
Okay, assume it's not one of the spirits.
Let's go look at the organist.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it'll be obvious when we see it.
Yeah, so as you walk around here, you see there are hold on, let me just get some tokens here. There are two people standing here. And a third. Forgot to put these guys make character sheets for these guys. Oh well. There's a couple of guys in Orzhov robes standing here, and a third is sitting at the piano.
He's special because his token's different.
Yeah, it's just so you can recognize that he's different.
I feel like we're gonna have to take these guys down. I'm actually gonna leave. I have to drop off somebody.
Oh, okay.
But I could probably be back in like 10 minutes.
I mean, if you guys want to do a to be continued, I'm fine with that.
A little arrow comes out of the corner. There's a sepia tone.
If we continue, I'll be back in like 10 to 15 minutes. You guys can just play my character. It's ready on the character sheet.
Fine, waiting 10 to 15 minutes.
Like I said, like we can like just call it here because I don't really want to go past like 9 o'clock anyway. My time.
That's fair.
So like next time we can kind of just jump into this encounter because we haven't really done it. They haven't done anything yet.
Sure.
And yeah, there's more to come yet. So I think this is like a good spot to kind of
Yeah.
take a nap and anyway. Because like I said, if you can cut me, you'd be back in 15 minutes, but then we'd only be playing for another like 10, 15 minutes anyway. So
Oh yeah.
that's not gonna be enough time to run this whole encounter and then do something else. So
Right.
we'll just call it there. I like this as a natural stopping point. There's music even, so there's like a good climactic musical sting.
Nice.
So yeah, Yeah. So yeah, you can go ahead, Steve, and drop off your person. But
Yeah.
we'll see you next time.
Bye bye, everybody.
Take care.